because it was all they had available when we went and grabbed one.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Double Special Show, coming to you live from wonderful Tampa Bay, Florida, starring Christopher Gorges, Tiffany Barbee, and me, JB Lee.
You and me. So say the stars, it's meant to be. My heart is for you. My soul is too. I pledge
All right.
my life.
Welcome back, everybody. Wednesday night, double special back in the house. If you're listening on IRN, it is Friday night. Gear Radio, it is Saturday morning. Get your ass out of bed and feed your children. We're back for another exciting episode. Do me a favor, George. Just go over there and slide my slide just up a tad, just a little bit. Give me a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Perfect. Thank you. Another great show lined up for you tonight. Going to talk about a bunch of different stuff. If you want to give us a call, you can do that. The phone number is 727-475-6139. We're going to talk about fights and arguing and the word of the year, which is exciting. We're going to talk about Brady Ferguson, our Canadian comedy correspondent who has latched onto the show in a wonderful and warm and fuzzy way as he sings in his garage at 3 in the morning. It's been awesome. We got a movie review tonight from our lovely host here, Tiffany Barbee. She went to the movies. Yeah,
I did. I went to the movies.
you went to the movies. Here, let me help you with that. You do this like this and wrap it around one time so that you don't hit it. There you go, just like that. Perfect. All right,
Thank
beautiful.
you,
Yes.
Chris.
She went to the movies, and we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the comet news. We talked about that last week, the big comet caper.
Yeah.
What was the name of the comet? Plesius? Plethrus? Plebus? Plebus?
Crap.
No,
I
it
just
was
know
started
it's
with a P.
Rosetta. Yeah.
Oh, Rosetta, but there was a name of the
Yeah,
Oh, I knew.
Pliesis or something. I don't know what the hell it is.
I didn't pay attention.
And we'll probably get into a nasty discussion a little later on about Adrian Peterson. We don't typically talk about sports on the show. I don't like sports, really. Jordan loathes sports for the most
Don't
part.
load them. I just don't care for them.
You don't care for them?
Yeah, it's just not my favorite thing in the world.
Okay, but you don't talk talking about them. Like at a party, if somebody started talking about stats and whose team, you wouldn't have anything to add to
because
that.
I don't. You either have to like spend an inordinate amount of time like
So
learning
true.
that over the week, all week long, and it's just like so much to keep up with when I got other things in my life that I want to keep up with.
Other things in
I
his
like
life.
sports.
I like turtles.
You don't watch any sports though. I've never heard you go
I
say you go to a
do
sports
too.
bar and watch
I-
football or
I
anything.
actually go to games. Like I'll go down to the hockey and go watch the hockey.
The hockey. She says it like
and
she's
I
90.
go watch the baseball.
The
I
baseball.
go to the stadiums and I actually watch the games. I've been to tons of Lightning games.
Okay,
That's fine.
but that's one sport.
But do you follow it? Do you
Yeah, do
know
you
the
follow
name,
it?
the
Right.
players and their stats? Do you follow it?
Like I don't even know who Adrian Peterson
Well,
plays for. I have no idea what
yeah, me neither.
what position he plays.
I
no
love the
clue at all.
Celtics.
What? No, he's a.
see.
I know, but I'm talking about basketball.
No, you like the Celtics from like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You don't follow the Celtics
You like
now.
the color of the uniform.
No, and like a couple players. Like she knows
Rondo.
Larry Bird, and that's about it.
No, I know Rondo.
Who?
Rondo.
Actually, I don't even know who the hell it
She
is.
remembers who she played in NBA Jam last time
Pierce?
she was over playing that.
No, I always like Rondo. Shut up.
And we'll talk about the cold weather. Cold all over the country, unseasonably cold. We are in Florida. We're in Central Florida, and it's down to about like 39. It was really cold last night.
Yeah, it got a little nipply out.
Yeah, it was pretty nipply out.
And people laugh at us too because, oh, you Floridians are so weak. But you got to understand here, it doesn't dry out. You don't have time to adjust to it. It's still damp when it's 39.
Right.
So it just seeps through you.
And if you know anything about cold, you know that makes a huge difference. I know that when I'm in Vermont and it's dry out, it doesn't really feel that cold. I can go
Yeah.
outside without a shirt.
Well, because layering works, all that stuff. None of that works when you're in high humidity and it's cold as
Yeah,
hell.
it sucks.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: most of us are from the north anyway, so I don't get why they get that. Like, I wasn't born here; I was born in Massachusetts. I spent a lot of my naval career in Connecticut, so I was up north. Crystal's from New Hampshire; she lived a while up there. You lived in New York for a while. You went
New
to school
York,
there.
I lived in Connecticut,
Right,
I lived
yeah.
in Chicago. I know what snow is.
Yeah, I
It
know.
sucks.
They act like, "Oh, you big pussies." We're
Yeah.
like, "No, we're not. We just
Yeah.
don't want to have it get that cold. We know what that's like, and we don't want that to happen again.
I love snow.
Dude, I was stationed in Great Lakes, Michigan, where it got like 90 degrees below zero with the wind chill factor and like 4 foot of snow overnight. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, like 2 inches of snow, that's beautiful, and it makes everything look nice. And you
Right.
can go out and have a little snowball fight.
Yeah.
But when you get 4 feet of snow, your life is screwed.
Yeah, you're lodged in there. You're in.
Everything is immeasurable. It's harder to get to do anything.
I went to
done.
sleep in the barracks
Yeah.
and woke up, and the snow was literally up to where the window opened up. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's waist high. I was like, you got it overnight. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, your world comes to a standstill.
Yeah, you got to pour water on your door handles to open them. It's just, I can't live like that. I'd rather complain about the 39 degrees down here. But anyway.
Deal with 90, 95. I'm just gay. I can go inside. Most places have their air conditioning working by now.
I don't like hot.
That's true, but it sucks.
I
in the
prefer
summertime.
cold.
So we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about my shows that I had up in North Florida last weekend. Tiffany Barbee came out with me, and I got a little molested at the show. We'll talk about
Not
that.
by me.
No, not by Tiffany.
Let's say that.
By somebody else. It was good. And we'll talk about the comedy competition, which I was in, and now I am out of. I was in, and then now I'm out.
You're in?
I was in.
Now you're out?
I'm out.
Now you're in?
No, I wasn't. I'm not.
Oh,
back
you were in.
I can't get back in.
Check in? Check in? Uh-huh. That was a nice segue right
You
there.
tried.
I don't know if you saw that
Put a
happening.
little more
even.
effort into it next time.
Check in! Nah, I'm over. Anyway, check in!
You're over check-in?
Jose Canseco selling his finger that fell off during a poker tournament. Check in!
Okay, now he is a baseball player, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He
Know
played
that we
for-
don't know about sports, but he lived here
No,
for a
but
while.
he's a pretty
He
recognizable
played
name.
here.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
played here when the race first started.
Okay, so he lost his finger?
He shot his finger off a few weeks ago
Oh my God.
while he was cleaning his gun.
Oh.
So that was the beginning of the story. I believe we talked about it.
Did we?
No,
Maybe.
we
I
did
thought we
not.
brought it up.
No,
'cause
I would've
would've-
remembered that.
I would've
Might have
said-
been off the show, but
Yeah,
No.
possible.
so he had it. They tried to reattach it, and then he goes out and he's in the poker tournament. In the middle of the poker game, his finger just kind of falls off on the table. Supposedly there's video out there somewhere, but
Oh.
his agent bought it. So I don't know.
I would love to see that
You know,
video.
it's coming out.
That's awesome.
So he's decided to sell the finger on eBay.
Oh,
I know.
why? Who would buy that?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it have to be like? I think it would be like a biohazard. I don't think you can just sell
I
human
don't think it's
tissue
legal.
over
I think
the
it's
internet.
just publicity, but I don't know.
That's
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I guess you could put it in a jar and have it like some
Preserved,
curiosity
yeah,
shop.
I
Yeah,
might.
like all the things that were in the store in Gremlins. all the
Tiffany,
little
you
things.
buy like old body parts. Wouldn't you like to have it?
Yeah, that's right. You do.
No, I like them from dinosaurs.
Well, he's a dinosaur now. He's from the old steroid age. They would
No, I would not want
So
his
true.
finger. But it's kind of funny you say that.
Why?
Because me and Mom were talking about what happens if we die.
Who was talking
Like
about
what
that?
we want to have done.
Just now?
Like 2 days ago.
Okay.
way to segue into
and-
this, whatever it is.
It's
Apparently, we said the word finger, and she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I got an idea."
Because my mom was like, has always said that she wants to get cremated. And then I said, well, I want to be buried, so I want a body part. She's like, yeah, I kind of. She's like, yeah.
Wait, whoa, back
Well,
up. You
like,
want
I
to
want
get?
my
Wait, stop
body.
talking. You said
I wanna be buried.
Yeah.
you want to be buried because you want a body part?
Oh, hold on. I actually went ahead a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
That's what
no,
I'm saying.
okay,
You're
but
going way too
listen.
fast.
Yeah, slow it down.
I
Slow
wanted
down.
to
Take
Think
a breath.
through.
buried so people got stuff to visit.
Okay, so back up. Your mom said she wants to be cremated.
Yeah.
You want to be buried.
Right.
Okay.
But my mom wants to be cremated because it's cheaper because my cousin Shannon does that and it will be free for us.
And you're not taking up valuable land
But
space.
yeah,
Yep.
but then my mom was like, I want something that people can visit. So we were thinking about chopping off her finger and keeping that like in a jar or like burying it so we could visit it.
And you're
then
worried about your mom
cremating
letting
the
go of you,
rest.
dude?
And then,
Yeah.
well, no, because I was just trying to think of the cheapest way to get around the leaving a piece of body.
Well, you could like donate your body to that plasticized guy.
I want to be
Remember that?
taxidermied.
Oh my God, that's really creepy, dude.
It's
I
not
like
a
you and
terrible
everything,
way.
but no. What? No way.
I'd like you maybe like be a mummy inside like
No.
a college. That would be
Look.
cool.
She wants to be on display, dude. That's what she's
I
talking
would-
about.
Yeah, you
She's
like,
talking like wax museum time.
I want to be taxidermied, or like I at least want to be buried. Because what if like in like a million years from now someone could buy a fossil of me, and like if I get cremated, then that takes away every chance of that
She's got
ever
really high
happening.
hopes for. Why would somebody buy a
Yeah.
fossil of you?
Well, it doesn't have to be of me, but like you know how I got the dinosaur tooth. Like they might be like, oh, humans, I want a human fossil, and then someone could actually have like a little piece of me. Like, but if I get cremated, that can't happen.
Why don't you just as you start getting old, just decide on a time and then climb into like a crevice somewhere like a cliff in
Jump
the
into
desert.
oil.
No,
Tar pit.
tar
You're the
pits.
tar pit.
Yeah.
Carpet, yeah. That's so funny.
You have.
So anyway,
I'm just saying, like, if you're worried about money, but you do want to preserve yourself, that's
Well, and also you're Jewish, so you can't really deface your body, right? In death.
well, my mom's
Isn't that
not Jewish.
Isn't that? But you are. You said you wanted to cut off a piece of your finger and have it,
No, my mom
or
wants
have yourself
hers.
on display.
Why don't you sell part of your finger now on eBay so you can get some money?
No,
It's like what Jose Canseco's doing.
we're chopping off my mom's finger and then cremating the rest of her.
No, dude, he was bottomed out financially. He had to give his finger up for
Yeah.
to win the hand.
Because this is him
Stay
doing
in
it
the
when
hand.
he's alive, so it's a totally different from your
Oh
story.
my god.
But it's almost the same.
Oh my god.
Check in, check in.
Do I get points?
Nope.
Seals in the Arctic have been caught having sex with penguins. Check in.
Oh, I saw that picture.
Did you?
You saw a picture of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's videos and everything. Scientists are observing this. It's all real.
So,
Poor penguins, because they mate for life, you know.
seals are like, that was nice. See ya. Bam! They're out on a hunting trip the last 6 months in
Well,
the
I
Arctic
think-
Ocean.
And they think the reason they think it's actually just sexual is because out of 3 of the 4 documented cases, the seal didn't eat the penguin afterwards.
So in some instances, it ate the penguin.
In the one
after-
instance that they got, yeah.
They
I don't know.
eat
Do
them
seals?
normally.
I didn't know that. Do seals eat penguins?
Yeah, they eat 'em all
Oh,
the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know
that's
that.
like their thing.
I didn't
It's
know
like
that.
chicken nuggets instead of penguins.
So it's like these farm boys going out and doing it to the livestock or
That's
the
weird.
New Zealand and their sheep, as Brad would tell
That's
us.
odd. That's very odd, dude.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
What do you think that's from? You think it's like a shortage of seals that they have sex with? And they're like, you know what? Let's just move on down the evolutionary ladder and have sex with a bird.
Well, they think because they've only seen it in like one particular location for the most part, they think it's just learned behavior. Like some seal figured it out and he's like been passing it on. Like fellas.
It's like
Look
the
what I
peanut-
did.
Yeah.
Feels the same. I don't know. I'm just saying. No shame. And after you're done, you
Yeah.
can have a snack.
That's so funny.
Really, yeah.
You know what? That doesn't surprise me. Look at the stuff humans do.
Yeah.
It's gotta
Yeah.
leak over into the rest of the animal kingdom.
That's so funny.
If anything, you're kind of impressed. Just, you know what?
Why would I be impressed by that?
I don't know.
Seals are
It's
smart.
just odd.
It's like a
I
sign.
almost feel. Well, I'm sorry, Tiffany. Go ahead.
This is a sign of intelligence.
I was just gonna say, I feel sorry for the seals. They don't seem too smart. Like they forgot that you have sex with seals normally.
No, I think that they're like, hey, I found one other place in this whole frozen, frigid, horrible ocean that is warm enough to put your penis inside. Check this out. That's pretty smart.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh my
It proves
God.
that they're smarter.
Yeah.
Maybe next week for the meeting, we'll pull up a seal penis picture and show it to Tiffany. And
They
see.
can't microwave stuff or anything. You know?
No,
They just,
you're
yeah.
right. They can't do that.
Yeah, they do have penises.
Why?
How do
I
you?
just look. The thing is, like,
They don't. Not. You know what? Humans have penises. Everything else doesn't lay eggs. I don't know if you. Yeah.
I know, but like on humans, their penises are like out there. But like I feel like I never just like go to the zoo and see like when I'm at SeaWorld, I don't see like a seal with like a big old wiener and balls hanging out.
Well, because they're
Yeah.
shaped differently than ours.
Yeah, they keep them inside their body most of the time to keep them warm.
So like a hamster.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, have you ever bespeckled a hamster
Well,
for his
yeah,
genitalia?
When you go to PetSmart, if you want a boy hamster, you have to blow on their wiener area.
Who said that?
The people at PetSmart.
I have. Well, they can blow on their penis to see if it's a boy. Why? Nobody's ever offered me at a pet store. Hey, you know what you need to do if you want a boy?
I always want a boy.
How about you
animal.
just tell me what the boy is? You person who works here. That's.
Because when they're babies, they don't come out. But later on, you see big old balls behind.
I
hamsters.
just think that weird things happen to you when you go to stores. I don't, that's
It is. It's,
You know what I mean?
It's an experience.
like
to
the
go
whole
to store.
teddy bear store when she went to. That was just weird.
Yeah.
I've never been approached like that by somebody at a store like that. Like I was 9, and then she goes to PetSmart and they tell her, "Hey, blow on the hamster and see what sex it is."
Yeah.
I would be like, "What? I'm not doing that.
And
You
then-
do that."
It comes out.
Did you? Were you insistent on having a boy?
Oh yeah,
Why?
because I like boys.
Human boys or
No.
all male?
I like if I had a kid, I'd want it to be a boy. Like I would be like, oh, if it was a girl.
So
then-
the human boy.
no, I just like boys. Like
But do you think hamsters are like human boys? Is that?
no,
is that
I-
what I'm asking?
I just like to
Are
have,
you
like,
afraid that
boy
people will think
animals.
you're a lesbian if you get a female
No.
hamster?
I just like boy dogs and I like boy like stuff. Like if I got a doll, like it's a Cabbage Patch, I'd want a boy.
How is a boy dog different than a female dog that you've noticed in their
Because
behavior?
I can name it a boy name.
That's
And they're more fun, and they're more sporty and athletic.
Sporty and athletic. I knew that was coming.
I don't have to put a bow on
This hamster is able to do high jumps because it's a boy hamster.
My mom loves girl stuff, and I like boy stuff.
And do you know how I know it's a boy? When she blows on it, there, that's the boy right there. Get the javelin. We're going to have a track and field event with the sporty hamster. What did you name your hamster?
Feifel.
That is not a boy name, okay? That's a really
it's
feminine, stupid name.
It's Fievel from Fievel Goes West.
I know that. I know. It's from
It's a boy.
Yeah, but that's not a boy name. Like I expected Butch or Bill or something.
It's a rodent, though. It's like it's a little, practically a rat.
That name could work for a girl hamster.
No,
is my
can't.
point. Yes, it could.
But Feifel's a boy from the Feifel Goes West.
No, I understand that. Feifel wasn't actually Feifel from the Adventurers or something originally.
What?
American
Was it?
Tail.
Yeah.
No, it's from American Gladiators. He was one of the tennis ball gun wielders.
All right, come on, lazy boy.
Well, we're having an
I feel
interesting
like I'm
check-in.
contributing a lot.
Check in. Police in Winter Haven stage an unscheduled live shooter drill. People are pissed off. Apparently, like in the middle of the day, without telling anybody at all, they just suddenly announced a lockdown, and then the sheriff's department stormed the school with rifles and such all drawn and like ran into each classroom.
What?
Kids were texting their parents, "Mom, I might be dying now," and parents were flipping out. And then afterwards, they said, "Hey, it was just a drill."
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, nobody at the school knew, not even the adults.
The principal maybe knew, but I don't think none of the students knew. No parents were informed.
What about the teachers?
I don't know.
They do need to practice.
Yeah, but can you imagine not being told that it's like an actual thing or not? They just tell you suddenly go into lockdown, and then cops burst in with an AR-15 and won't say what's going on. I would be terrified.
They overdid
that's
it a lot.
Well, but maybe they wanted an honest reaction from the children. Maybe they didn't want them to be prepared or try to, you know what I mean? Maybe they wanted them to see how they reacted without any, notification. Maybe that was the point. I'm just throwing that out there thinking there's got to be a reason they would do it unannounced. I'm sure it wasn't, let's go scare the crap out of some kids at the middle school.
If that's what's going to happen, I mean, come on.
What?
And especially in this day and age where those kids have the ability to suddenly pass that information on to
Sure.
their parents.
It's not the brightest thing.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think there's other ways you could have drilled this without actually, like, terrifying little kids by people busting in with rifles.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that without getting into a huge argument with you.
Well, it's here in Florida. That's why I
Yeah,
brought
I
it
know.
up.
No, look, there's certainly a lot of gun violence out there, but listen.
No, I understand things happen and drills are important. I'm not
Right.
denying that. But do you think that's the right way to do
No.
a drill?
But I can't say what is the right way. What the hell are you supposed to do?
I know there's got to be a better way.
I guess you announce it and say, look, at this time we're going to come in. It's going to
Even
be a drill.
unannounced, if you say we're going into lockdown mode and then somebody comes in, if it's just a police officer without a gun, who's the friendly police officer, says, "Hey kids, it's a drill," that would be a lot easier to stomach, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
and if it's a drill, they don't really need their real guns, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's an AR-15, dude. Those
Yeah.
look scary as hell.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's not like a cool situation. All of a
Cool
sudden.
in Battlefield, pretty scary in real life.
And they're yelling and they're not telling you what's going
Sure.
on.
No, I can understand that. That would be freaked out. If my son was there, I think I'd be a little bent on it too. I'd be
Okay.
like, come on, what the hell, man?
All right.
Oh,
So
but he's 6, though. I mean, a teenager can handle a little bit more than a 6-year-old.
this was a middle school,
I
dude.
know, right. Yeah, it's like 11, 12.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I love this state. What a great unannounced shooter drill. Yeah, that's what we should have one time during a show. Just I'll hire some people, and we'll be doing the show, and then all of a sudden they'll pop in, and we'll have an unannounced fire shooter drill. Yeah, do that.
no, let's not do
Why?
that.
That'll be fun. You'll watch Jordan freak out.
Yeah, you would.
He'd go in his pants.
Yeah, like that UFC dude.
It would be awesome.
Nice.
It's so lackluster tonight with him with this thing. Go
Check in. Duval County election decided by game of chance after a tie. Check in. I brought this up mainly. It's Florida, and it reminds me of the games your son is trying to make us play the other night.
That's funny.
With constant ridiculous rules. But apparently there was a tie vote in an election for city councilman.
Mm-hmm.
And so they just, according to the law, you have to play a game of chance. So it got convoluted. First, they put their names in a hat and drew one out.
That's a game of there's only 2.
Okay.
It's a 50-50 shot.
But it's not. Then, based on that, they flipped a coin, and the person whose name was drawn got to call heads or tails when
What?
the coin was flipped. Yep.
So they drew names to find out who could call heads or tails.
Right. Then, when the coin landed, the person who won that got to decide whether they wanted to go first or second in picking a ping pong ball out of a bag.
Oh my God.
There were 20 ping pong balls, numbered 1 through 20, and the high number 1.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess they take it out of the 50-50 realm because the coin toss and the names out of a hat, that's a 50-50 shot, so it's not really.
But it's just like it all
I don't
comes
know.
down to who draws the ball, the high number out of the thingy.
Well, is that
Why
not
do you
a
have to go through the first 2 stupid games just to get to that?
I don't know.
There's got to be something else you could do.
Somebody complained. They probably made suggestions like, okay, we'll try that. And they're like, well, that's not. Yeah, that was kind of anticlimactic. Okay, get all the ping pong balls.
And more importantly, when it comes down to it, that's not a good game of chance. Like, when you get down to something that important, you should have a much more entertaining game of chance.
Like what?
Roulette or something dramatic.
Dodgeball.
That's a game of skill.
Oh.
Kind
Teeter-ball.
of. Yeah. They could have played, like, high-stakes bingo. I don't know.
Yeah, but then that's a whole setup, dude. A roulette. They don't. I'm sure they didn't have a roulette wheel hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have borrowed it from
But I think
Seminoles.
listen, I think the ping pong balls were pretty decent. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Maybe they just wanted to do everybody's idea to make not anyone feel sad.
Crystal, turn your mic off while you're doing that next time.
All right, we want to do one more?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I'm doing really well.
Check in. Apparently, they're drinking pureed frogs in Peru now for all sorts of ailments. Check in.
What frogs?
I don't know. High in the Andean mountains, they're using. I cut it out, but it's some sort of obscure mountain frog that's now endangered because people like to juice them.
Okay, I guess they say the juice can cure asthma, bronchitis, sluggishness, and a low sex drive. The sex drive is always in there with all of these things.
Well, yeah.
Always though.
Well, all these not prehistoric, but primitive medicines or traditional, they always seem to include sex drive in there somewhat.
Oh, it's always thrown in there. To make this the mix of the food stand in this capital, the vendor Maria grabs a frog from a small aquarium and whacks its head on the countertop until it's dead. Well, that's lovely.
Yeah, I'm already regretting ordering this at this point. If I had gone in there,
Damn, dude.
It's like kind of awful.
Then she peels off its skin and drops the frog into a blender with carrots, the Peruvian maca root, and honey.
Because you got to sweeten that frog up.
Yeah, but there's bones and everything in there.
I guess.
You don't even debone it?
Doesn't
That's
sound like
pretty
it.
awful.
I don't, or maybe, yeah.
Why take off the skin if you're going to just leave the bones in there?
Maybe just strain it through.
Oh, that's awful.
I mean, you're just juicing it.
No, but still.
How big is it? If it lives in a small aquarium, maybe it's just a little small thing. It doesn't really have that many bones.
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't think they're quite large or anything.
I don't know.
It's not a toad.
It's still got bones in it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not, no, thank you.
Oh,
No.
yeah, I
I
definitely don't want to.
Well, it's like eating a sardine. Those have bones in
That's
them,
what I
but
was
people
just
just eat them whole.
Don't eat sardines either.
Oh, I don't like it either,
Yeah,
but
no way. I'm not putting a whole fish
people
in my
do
mouth.
that apparently.
No, the only time I ever did that, and it wasn't really bones, was I ate like a deep fried shrimp.
Oh, and there's those little French birds they eat. The ortolans or something. It's a tiny little songbird, and what they do is they like drown it in brandy, and then they just like bite it the whole thing and just crunch it all up, head and bones and everything.
That's disgusting.
Because it's so tiny, the bones aren't even like they're like crispy, like they're like wafers, like in a
God.
Twix bar.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's apparently they're like beautiful little birds too, and they're endangered.
Every time I've eaten a delicacy like that, I've noticed it doesn't taste fantastic. I almost feel like people eat these things more for the novelty than the taste. Like, remember we saw...
Well, there is novelty to it.
All right, hold on. Tiffany has got her
All
legs
I did
on
was
my
put
head.
my foot down. All I
Jesus,
did
why do you
was
ruin everything?
On the cord and yanked
Always.
my head to the side. Damn, dude. Watch what you're doing.
Thumping around.
It's underneath. It's
Look
not
at that.
like I reached far. I just put my foot down.
Well, you have big Ugg boots on and you're not
my
used to
foot
them.
fell asleep.
Arctic princess.
Anyway,
Yeah, I always feel it's for the novelty. I've never had something that, even though this is a gross thing, it tastes amazing. What was the thing I saw? I forget what it was. Oh, it was in Idiot Abroad where he had that fish. Remember that fermented fish? There's no
Oh,
way that
yeah.
tastes good.
Yeah.
Fermented for what was it, like 10 years
He
or some
hated
ridiculous?
that.
some people might develop a taste for it.
Develop a taste.
Well, that's
but
where
first
it
it's the
becomes
novelty.
Well, yeah. Sometimes you never know, though. First time I ate sea urchin roe, I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. It looked crazy, and it's delicious. I love it.
Why kill animals that don't really taste that good for no reason? To develop a taste for them. That's so stupid.
Because the novelty is what gets you there. I'm going to
Yeah.
eat
Well,
this crazy
what are you
thing.
talking about?
I don't like novelty things.
The fermented
like
fish
Jordan.
is just like a normal fish, but that's a way they came up with to preserve
Yeah,
it.
but it's not
usually like a
preserving it.
cod.
It's rotten. They let it
Well,
rot.
no, but when you live up there, you could just leave it out for a long time instead of having to worry about keeping it storage in a.
Nah, there's no reason to eat fish like that. I'm
No,
sorry.
I don't like fish at all.
That's
I agree with you,
gross.
but you never know.
That's crazy
Well,
time.
some people say that about cheese, man.
I guess. I love cheese.
Cheese is like rotten milk, basically.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is. I like it. Is that it? Are you done with your check-in thing?
No, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Here's what I'm requesting from you. When we start the show now, I want the old Jordan back who started the show with funny things that you said in the beginning. Now it's the same thing over and over again. I just noticed that in the
Okay.
beginning. I love that part of you, and you don't do it anymore. I don't know what story I want to tell. I don't know what I want to bring up first. I'll ask the girls this. Because
So
I don't
that
really
wasn't funny.
care, and maybe Jordan will care. I don't really care, but every year in this country, for some reason, People Magazine decides to vote the sexiest man of the year in every year, right?
I heard this.
And it's been, usually an actor, sometimes athletes, but usually actors. Crystal, do you know who won this year on the sexiest man alive? You might want to put your mic on before you talk into it.
I saw it, but I didn't retain that information.
Who would you pick? If you picked the sexiest man of the year, who would you pick as the sexiest man? Acting, entertainment. Not somebody that you know from the neighborhood.
I don't know, that's so hard.
No,
There's
it's
so
not.
many hot ones out
Okay,
there,
pick
really.
the top three.
To narrow it down to the top 3 is even difficult.
Is it really?
What? I
Yeah.
can't even think of anybody at
Really?
all.
Well, the dude in Guardians of the Galaxy was hot.
I don't
Brad
know that.
Pitt's still smoking.
Still smoking hot.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. He's won
Um,
twice, by the way.
I know, because he's smoking hot.
All right, Tiffany.
Is it
what do
Patrick Dempsey?
Well,
Yeah, he is smoking hot too.
you-
Yes.
yeah, no, back when he was a pimp, though, when he was a prostitute.
I know who it is because I heard it on the way
Yeah,
to
but
work.
I'm asking you, who would you have picked?
I would pick.
Because when I tell you who it is, Crystal's going to
No,
agree.
I already know, and I don't know who he is. I can't think of what
Okay,
he
but don't
looks
say,
like.
don't say, because I want to surprise
Okay.
Crystal. Because she should have thought of him. I'm surprised she didn't.
The only people that I've ever thought was good looking on TV was in Speed. Keanu Reeves looked cute in that movie, but not in any other movie. Oh, Walk in the Clouds he looked okay in.
Ugh.
So maybe in those two things. And then
Walk in the Clouds.
Johnny Depp in 21st Jump Street
Oh,
and
Johnny
Crybaby.
Depp's so
But those are the only times he was good looking
All
to
right.
me.
he was
Well,
good
Johnny
looking
Depp is
always.
one, and what was the other person you said? Oh, yeah. I don't think Keanu Reeves has ever won.
He looked
sexiest
really
man.
cute
Oh.
in Speed.
I don't think he's
He
ever
was
won.
so cute in Speed.
This year it's Thor. It's the guy who plays Thor.
Oh my God, he's so smoking hot.
See, so why didn't he
Oh
make it
my
to the top
God.
3 of your list?
Because I couldn't remember him, but he is yes. Oh my God.
What's his name? Hemsworth? Hemsworth?
Yeah.
Chris
he's smoking hot.
Hemsworth. No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think he's good looking.
You don't
Are you
think he's
kidding
good
me?
looking?
His body is banging.
Yeah, but what does his face look like, Crystal?
His face is gorgeous too.
I
Okay,
don't
so
remember
he
what he
is
looks
good looking
like to
man.
be
He's not
honest.
just,
Oh my
he's
God,
not
he
just
is-
he doesn't just have a nice physique. He's a good looking
Maybe
guy.
get Jordan
Yeah.
to look him up because I can't remember what he looks
It's the
like.
guy that was in Thor. He's
I
in
just
the
remember
Avengers.
a bunch of blonde hair and a hammer. I swear, that's all I ever. I don't know.
Other than that, I couldn't tell you even what he said. I have no
Talking
idea
about-
any of the words that he came out with. What was that, Jordan?
Talking about sexy Chris Hemsworth here, are we?
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't.
She doesn't remember what he looks like
I
at
can
all.
pull up a picture.
I
yeah.
just don't think I don't think Channing Tatum's cute. There's a lot of people.
He won
I don't
last
think
year,
he's
right?
cute either. But Hugh Jackman is
Oh,
another
you know
hottie.
what? He's really good looking in a couple movies as well, but then he's not good looking in other movies.
right, so
His
there-
wife's not very pretty.
No, not at all, right?
It's so weird.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
there
that
he is.
fella.
Yeah, that fella. And he's got regular hair in those
He's
pictures.
so smoking.
How
Look
come he
at him.
looks completely different in some of those?
Because he was
pictures?
made up as Thor in the other one. Yeah,
Yeah,
like that.
that's
That's
Thor.
the hair for Thor. But he has actual regular hair. It depends on what he's doing.
He's actually like Australian.
Oh, he's so hot.
He's actually Australian.
Like some pictures he looks all right in, and in other pictures he doesn't.
No, he looks great in all of those pictures. What is wrong with your eyes, woman?
I don't know. I think he is kind of. He's got something wrong with his face. I don't know what it is.
All right. Anyway, so that's the sexiest man alive. I mean, again, I don't keep track of it, but I thought I'd bring it up just to see what the girls said. I also wanted to bring up.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, why? It's
I
current
don't know.
event stuff. I don't really have an opinion one way or the other. I mean, he's a good-looking dude, but
Who won sexiest woman?
I don't
Do you
think they
know?
have sexiest woman.
Don't they?
Can you do that without throwing it everywhere? Gee,
No.
you are a wrecking ball, dude.
It
Good
would be
God.
sexist. That's why they don't have
Everybody
it.
is.
What's that?
Oh
It would be
God.
sexist?
No, I'm not
Please.
against it, but if they don't have it, I mean, why wouldn't they have it unless they think
We
it's
have it.
sexist?
It's called the Playmate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like no, like the
That's
People's
of the year.
Sexiest Man Alive is a credible publication.
Oh yeah, People, very credible. Yes, People magazine. This is a legitimate.
Who would you say is the
Newsletter.
sexiest actual actress and not lady who was naked in a magazine?
For me,
Mm-hmm.
I really think I'm really into I don't know her name. She's on The Flash. That girl's smoking hot.
The smoking hot girl on the Flash.
I'm just telling.
Is that
you.
her superpower, or is she just attractive?
No, she works with the Arrow. She's on the show The Arrow.
Who,
Okay.
Crystal?
Yes,
The Johansson girl.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, she's really
She's
gorgeous.
all right.
Yeah,
Hold on,
she's
let
really
me think.
attractive.
I'll let you know
Rebecca
later.
Ramon Stamos.
Yeah.
I would
She
like,
looks good in blue. I'll give her that.
Yeah,
Who
she
does?
But I don't know how much of that is like special effects now.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything's taped down. You don't know what happens. A piece of tape goes poing. Who knows? You got a hip that wasn't there before. Wow, she's got big hips. Yeah. Anyway.
Megan Fox used to be cuter.
Yeah, Megan Fox is hot, but her acting skills just makes her not hot to
Yeah.
me. She's
Yeah.
just an awful actress.
Yeah, part of it
Sorry,
is
Megan.
their acting skills. A huge part of what makes you attractive. Jennifer
Yeah, I mean, she's-
Lawrence is.
Yeah, she's a pretty. Yeah, Jennifer
Jennifer
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
I
It
don't
depends.
think Jennifer Lawrence is cute.
She's pretty. I don't know. I saw her in an interview, just her being herself, and
Yeah.
she seems like she'd be really cool.
Exactly.
Like
I've
she's a
never
really
seen her
down to
in
earth
an
girl.
interview.
She likes to kid around. Yeah, we used to watch that one interview, and I was like, oh, I like her. She's very friendly and very nice.
She's very.
Well,
good
yeah, but
at
I mean, you
sex
see those people, and they get to that
pictures.
that point in their life with fame, and then all of a sudden they're douches, and she's not like that. She's
Yeah.
still down to earth and having
She's
fun
pretty
with
new to it, right?
it. A couple,
like-
5 years, 6 years, maybe more.
It's been around a long time.
Long time. I wanted to talk about the word of the year, and it'd bring me into another piece after it. But first of all, we'll say that who decided this was the word of the year. By the way, every year they do this. It's the
Oxford English Dictionary.
right. They add an official word of the year.
Right. Well,
Is it an international word or just American?
It's English. So,
But
yeah.
British as well.
Well, assuming Oxford English, as in actually in England dictionary, like Oxford
I
University.
know where Oxford is. I just
Oh,
didn't know.
okay.
I didn't know if
There were
if
two
you're saying it's
clues
an
right
Ameri-
in there.
Well, no, but I didn't know if it was an American slang or American.
Oh, the
saying.
word itself.
Yeah.
It's developed. Yeah, I think it's developed in the U.S., but it's made it international at this point.
All right. So the word of the year is vape.
Like with your cigarette.
Like what
things?
we're doing here.
Yeah.
These are the vaporizers. And Jordan was the first on board. Now he's up to his tank vaporizer there.
It's not a tank.
It's a pretty big one.
I mean, like tankish, but
And I have the
not
tank.
like Brady's, man. He's got that VTR thing. That thing's. I don't know if you've ever seen those, but those things weigh like 3 pounds. It's straight up solid steel. You drop that, you break it. So you heard it when he dropped it, man.
He's got
It
a
was
holster for
loud,
it.
Yeah.
Explain to everybody what vaping is. If you don't know what vaping is, it's a replacement for smoking cigarettes. How does it work, Jordan? How does it basically work?
A liquid composed either of vegetable glycerin and propylene glycol in varying proportions, with various candy flavorings or what have you,
Food,
Yeah.
biscuits.
is heated to such a temperature that it vaporizes rather than combust. The vapor contains some nicotine, which, yeah, it helps you quit over smoking.
Yeah, and it doesn't have all the other carcinogenics that cigarettes have, all the additives. It's basically this. We don't know if it's completely safe. but-
No, the main knock against it is they don't know the long-term effects of inhaling the actual flavors that are in there.
Yeah.
There's been some like diacetyl, which is the stuff that makes popcorn taste buttery. That's one they know can be bad for you inhaled long-term. Most places where you buy it now will not have it in their flavors.
See, I would just go with I go with fruit flavors
Yeah.
anyway. I don't really go with food flavors. You get into you did a couple of.
No, I mean, well, I
Didn't you
like
do a cinnamon roll or something at one point?
I don't think I got one on purpose, but I might have been sent one.
Oh, I got you.
as a
Yes,
subscription.
Crystal.
This is getting awfully serious.
We're talking about
Yeah.
vaping.
But yeah, Crystal.
Believe me, I know where I know where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry if I haven't dropped a joke in the last 5.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
I was
God.
just
No,
wondering.
Crystal, I knew to be quiet because they're heading somewhere, and Chris is driving.
It was just taking
You
a
know,
while.
it's
No, but we were
important.
talking about this, and
We've-
Jordan.
We've
Jordan
gotten 2 people into it already.
well,
Like,
I was getting there. And that's
Okay.
exactly
That's
where I was
they were
going.
driving
I
to.
know.
I
know.
already knew it.
but
Yeah.
all right, back to safety.
So I just wanted to explain for people that aren't vaping. Now, as the vaping becomes more and more popular, there are proponents against it, like people that are pissed off that we're vaping now.
And the number one reason they'll say against it is, like I said, they don't know what the long-term effects of the flavoring are, which is fine. We know what the long-term effects of smoking are, and they're really, really horrible. So,
Exactly. You smoked
yeah.
for how long?
20 years.
20 years, and
Yeah.
you were up to like a pack and a half, 2 packs a day.
Bad pack and a half, a little over that. Yeah, it
at
was
$8,
scary.
$9 a pack.
Yeah.
You were smoking the American spirits, which are like supposed to be natural.
Yeah, I mean, I was buying it by the cart, and I was spending almost $70 a week.
Damn.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right, so, and now when you vaped, that was it. You stopped. Have not had a cigarette since.
Yeah, I had one little relapse, and then that
Yeah.
was it. Like a week, and then
I'm in back and forth between relapses. Well, I enjoy smoking cigarettes, but I'd like this as well.
and that's why I got up to this setup, just because this is something that I know it's gonna keep working for me. That
Right.
the issues with the thing you got, they're great for a while, but you know that it's got problems occasionally, right?
What's that?
Well, your setup, what you got.
Yeah, I know. I'll
The
probably
little tanks.
I know. I'll probably end up doing that.
Well,
at
but
some
I'm just
point.
saying, it depends on where
No,
you go.
but you have to wrap your own coils, and I just that seems like such a hassle to me.
I thought it would be too, and it's not that bad, but
Okay.
it's
Well,
weird.
and I bring up the proponent thing because I'll tell you why people are getting pissed off, and it kind of pisses me off too. There are people that are vaping now
Oh yeah.
that see it as an opportunity to smoke wherever the hell they want, and that's not right, people. If you're out
No.
there vaping in a grocery store, put the damn thing in your pocket, do your shopping like you did when you were a cigarette smoker, and when you get outside, you can puff on it. That's what's pissing people off, that people are vaping
Yeah.
in the mall.
Yeah, you can't. You got to be cool about it. I mean, you can get away with it more places, which I think is good.
Well, like outside decks, people are cool about
Yeah.
it. But for at the mall, really? Do you need to have a cigarette at the mall?
No.
And if you want to vape, go outside, for God's sake, just like you did when you had a cigarette.
Or go into the bathroom
It's
and blow it into your hands, and nobody will even know.
Blow it in.
It doesn't
Well, yeah.
smell bad though,
That's-
so why can't
Yeah,
they?
but because people get freaked out because they don't want, they don't like, what am I breathing in? I don't know what I'm breathing in. Who knows what's in that stuff? And I don't blame them. Yes, Crystal.
And also, it still produces like a cloud of smoke. Nobody wants to walk into a cloud of smoke. It's just
But it
rude.
smells
It-
good.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
not
but
really a
still.
cloud of smoke.
In
Like
some ways, it's
traditional.
kind of more polite because you're breathing out that plume all the time. Like the stuff that was inside your body, then it comes out in a big plume, but most of the time it's invisible. When we vape, we're showing you the definition of the insides of our lungs and where it came out into the air, and you can avoid walking through that now.
yeah, it
It's
doesn't
really, I mean, if you want to look at it that way, but that's going far.
Anyway, you've been vaping now for how long?
It's been just over a year.
A year. You got me involved in it. You suggested, then you hooked me up. As you upgraded, you gave me your
Yeah.
hand-me-downs, and I like it. But I had a few relapses because at the comedy club, I don't know. There's people that smoke, and I love to smoke when I'm doing comedy. That's when I have the relapses. At home, I'm okay. But yes,
No, dude, vaping is like a hobby for you. Cigarette smoking is what you do daily. It
I'm
doesn't
trying
matter
not
whether
to,
you're
but
at a
I'm trying
club or
not
you're
to.
at home. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, be honest about your
every time
addiction.
I am honest.
hon-
Every time
confront
I
your
buy a
addiction.
pack of cigarettes, I want it to be the last time. But
It
it's
never
a strong
is.
addiction. Anyway, I didn't bring it up so that you could oust me. Okay.
Well, I made you upgrade your nicotine. Has that been
It's
showing
helping
any
a
good
little
effects?
bit. Yeah, it's helping a little bit.
That's what I told you, man.
If you continue to smoke cigarettes and you vape here and there, the vaping thing hurts your throat.
Yeah.
You have to stop one or the other.
It took a while for me too. I was
Right.
coughing, but now I've gotten down to the point where I feel much better anyway.
Yeah.
I don't cough all the time. or
Well, and again, as you said earlier, we have helped people actually. I don't know if we've influenced them, but I know
anything.
Petchrachelli
No, we
was a
will
smoker.
take full credit. We're taking full credit. Full credit.
So
please.
Petchrachelli is vaping now and
Yeah.
enjoying it. At first, he didn't like it. He didn't. I don't think he.
Well,
thought
he
he
used
was gonna
to
make
tell us it was the e-fag, and you.
it. At the grocery store. at the
Yeah, and you
convenience
still
store.
hear that. Even as soon as it came out, word of the year is vape. I immediately saw reactions online. Oh, the people with their douche pens, they're just sucking on their robot penises. That's what they. It's out there.
What do you think of the vaping thing, Tiffany? Because you're not a smoker. Does it bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me at all. But smoking doesn't either. Like when people are smoking by me. I
When
don't
you go
care.
into a
But my
bar and
mom
people
would
are
get mad
smoking
at me
around you,
for
that doesn't bother you when you come out smell like a cigarette. You can't. That doesn't bother your. Because I know
Mm.
some people they
Oh
smoke.
yeah, my mom will get so mad when she hears me say this. Hopefully she fast forward through this.
Why?
part. Well, because she really gets so secondhand smoke, blah blah,
Eh.
and I'm like,
Yeah, but it's not like you're living with somebody. That's if you live with somebody. It's
Right,
like, if
yeah,
you just
like-
walk through some secondhand smoke, that's not really.
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
the same
I don't
thing.
mind it, and I don't mind the vaping. I actually just think, why can't the people vape anywhere like they used to? Remember when people used to smoke inside everywhere, and you had to deal with
I don't-
that, and there was smoking and non-smoking
I'm not
sections?
as a vape person or as somebody who smokes. I'm not looking to do that.
There should be a vaping section.
I'm not looking to vape in places and piss people off. I get what they don't want it around them. I understand. It's no big
It
deal.
doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
I'm laid back though.
All right.
laid back.
Well, here to charm in from the beautiful Emerald Isles, it's Petchrachelli. I'm not going to say state your name and purpose because I insulted you, but go on.
I just thought I'd call up.
What are you still? We're talking about vaping. Are you still vaping?
Oh yes, still I.
You what?
It's good for you.
It's good for you.
It's good for you, or at least it's better for you.
I was
It's better for you.
I was gonna say,
I was
what?
reading some on the old NHS. Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say, I for a second I thought you were getting juice that had like vitamins in it or something. Oh, I got the good stuff. It's good for you.
No, I meant better for you. I was because like whenever you search for anything on the internet, it seems like the first stuff that comes up is stuff saying it's really bad for you, you know, like propaganda or something. So I was like, oh God. So I checked on the NHS website and they were saying like compared to like car exhaust fumes, it's like 1,000 times better for you or something like that.
No,
I mean, I can't remember the exact wording, but you know.
No, I had this argument with somebody because they were like, it's the same thing. I said, no, trust me, it's not the same thing. I said, like, why can't you just continue to smoke cigarettes? I said, because people are trying to make a switch. Why can't you quit altogether? Well, because I enjoy smoking, and I the nicotine, obviously, I'm addicted to. But if I can do it with all the other side crap that's in cigarettes, because that's been proven that there's all kinds of really bad chemicals in that.
And the worst part, the two arguments I hear the most against it that are crap are it's going to normalize smoking, which it's not. It's normalizing vaping, not smoking. You're actually just stigmatizing cigarette smokers now by doing it in public against them. It's like, why can't you smell nice like me? So it's normalizing vaping. And the other is that it's appealing to children just because it tastes like candy or something.
What do you mean tastes like candy? You mean it smells like candy?
Well, yeah, but it's like, well, you're using candy flavors. That's appealing to children.
Oh, I understand. They're saying that the companies are making it to appeal to the children.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you guys look nearly as cool as you did with cigarettes.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like sucking on the end of Doctor Who's sonic screwdriver. There's no cool way to hold it either.
No.
It's true. Your mouth is a different sort of shape when you suck on this thing and draw the vapor out. And yeah, I mean, there is a certain romantic allure to an actual cigarette.
Yeah, you can't keep it in the corner of your mouth while you're talking to somebody and
No,
look
you
all
can't.
tough.
No, it's true.
So, but you know.
Yeah, but that will give you lip cancer if you do that all the time.
But if we keep giving them our money, then they'll hopefully develop things that are smaller and smaller but still work, and then we can go back to the way it was awesome.
Do you think they'll make like candy e-cigs? Remember how we had candy cigarettes when we were little? Wouldn't that be funny? They made like little candy e-cigs for kids.
Petchrachelli, what flavors do you find yourself vaping? Because Brady Ferguson, Brady, our Canadian guy, he's into it heavy. He's got like I don't know how much he paid for his thing, but it's hardcore.
Yeah, he said he was on 2 packs a day or something. That's mental.
Well, Jordan,
I mean,
Jordan was almost on
you
it.
said before you were on like a pack and a half. No, never mind. I don't want to say it.
What?
Well, I'm superstitious that way, so I'm not going to say it.
Okay. How much were you smoking of
bad,
the cigarettes?
I went through phases of being like a pack a day guy, but I just couldn't be asked. I don't like smoking indoors, and it's always pissing it down here, so that'll cut your habit right the way down. I think I was only on about 10 or 11 a day.
Oh, that's not much at all.
Yeah. But even you just find yourself like, how many cigarettes can I smoke on this break? You just find yourself planning around it, which I don't like. Once you light a cigarette, you're committed to it, which sucks. You've got a burning fire cigarette in your hand that you have to do something with for the next 5-6 minutes or something, right?
I found that when I went onto the vaping thing, that the only time I ever wanted a fag, I mean, I want a fag now because I do love the taste of tobacco, but the only time I'd get sort of like antsy and crave it was like right before I went to bed, because it's like you say, you sort of plan your routine around it. And I was like, why do I need a fag? It's because every night before bed, I'd go and smoke and then jump straight into bed.
That's crazy. Isn't that crazy? Because the nicotine jacks you up. Why would you want to go to sleep right away? But you're right. It is about habits, and it's about the physicality of smoking. I mean, you definitely develop those habits. For me, it's like after I eat, I want to go have a cigarette. That's the time.
Oh yeah, first one in the morning as well, with a cup of tea or a coffee or something.
Right.
And after food and before bed, they're my fags. They're the ones that I like.
Yeah, and you look cool when you do that, Tiffany. When you're sitting there with your coffee and you get the cigarette in one hand, you get the paper, you look badass.
The coffee and cigarette.
Now we've got our Bic pens that we push the button and it lights up green.
Yeah, you guys definitely don't look as cool, but like I shouldn't say that because I'm encouraging.
Whatever. I mean, it's got so many positives to it, and it's like it's not like I was smoking cigarettes only to look cool by the time I was up to over a pack and a half a day. So,
Well, that's why you started, though.
Yeah, probably. It's like
That's
smoke
why everyone
rings.
starts.
Yeah, you want to blow smoke rings.
With the vaporizer?
No, with the cigarette when you start smoking.
No.
Yeah.
No, not really. I don't know why I started. I have no idea why.
You wanted to blow smoke
Because
rings.
it's cool, Chris.
A lot of people. I started when I was in the military. A lot of people did it. I don't know. It was maybe.
Well, that's social then.
Yeah, it was social. It was social. But dude, if you could have seen the cigarettes I was smoking when I was in the military, you'd never speak to me again. Holy Christ.
What, like roll-ups made out of newspaper? or
No,
something?
no. There's these cigarettes back in the day because I used to hang out with some guys that lived in New York, and they were all into menthol cigarettes. Everybody smoked menthol cigarettes. But the Newport cigarettes, which look like regular cigarettes, are kind of really harsh, right? So for a while, I smoked these cigarettes called More. And if you see these cigarettes called More, they're like little teeny,
Oh,
skinny, long.
Those
they're
were
like,
lady cigarettes.
no, not really. They were
Yeah.
never.
They
No,
are.
Virginia Slims were lady cigarettes.
Yeah, the more was they
The-
were
the
like
more-
competing with that.
Yeah,
Totally.
basically, but
I
it
re-
was
yeah.
not. It was not marketed towards women.
It was like
Yes,
a
it was.
cigarette the size of a lollipop
Yeah.
stick. It was barely smoking at all.
So you did not look cool.
They were ridiculous.
Only ladies would come into my gas station and buy Moors.
Okay, thank you for that.
They stopped selling them here.
Did
no
they?
men would buy them.
I was a short phase that I went. Dude, the Newports killed me. I mean, those things are rough. I don't know how people smoke those their whole lives.
I tell you what I used to smoke, right? I used to get licorice papers and make my own because I saw Johnny Depp doing it and I thought he looks smart with that. And then everyone was just like, you look like a heroin junkie smoking those things. I was like, nah, Johnny Depp does it. It's cool. Looking back, I look like such a tit.
He was probably one of those kids that we saw in the Google tour hanging around the front of that church, rolling up their own cigarettes.
And the licorice papers are a pain in the ass to work with too.
Are they? What are they actually? I've never seen them.
If they get even like a hint of humidity on them, they just all stick together and you're just screwed.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, for Christ's sakes!
But we don't have any humidity here, so it's fine.
What? You said it rains all the time. That's pretty goddamn humid.
No.
Nah, it's just wet. Humid's like when it's been
Yeah.
raining and it's hot.
Yeah, that's like here. We're
Yeah.
humid.
You have
all
to have
the time.
humidity for rain to happen. You know that, right? There has
That's
to be.
not humidity that you have to have.
It's relative humidity in the air. When it gets to 99%, it
Well,
rains.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
clouds, right? The water goes up through evaporation.
Evaporation.
Clouds float along the spot. They get to a certain height and they burst. It's got nothing to do with humidity. Trust me, I did an IQ test today, 155, so suck on that, Gorges.
Were there any weather questions? Any meteorological questions on the test?
They're all weather questions, mate. Oh, I saw Interstellar. I was explaining it to people coming out of the cinema. I was like, well, basically, you've got the first dimension, which is this. I was telling them a lot.
That's right. But is it damp there?
Yeah, it's always pissing it down.
Well, that's a lot. That's
Just stop.
all right. I'm gonna send him a Google article at the end of this. Well, Tiffany saw a movie too. You went and saw Interstellar, which probably
Is that about stars?
It's crap. Don't bother going.
Who
I
direct-
don't want to spoil it till anyone watching.
Who
but
directed it?
Honestly.
It was Christopher Nolan.
Oh, was it?
Nolan.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like his work, to be honest.
Memento was a great movie.
Oh, Memento's a great.
Prestige is a really good film.
Oh, I love Prestige.
He's cold and clinical, and I just don't find his work.
Batman.
I didn't like his Batman movies.
You're weird.
Yeah, I know. I really like Guardians of the Galaxy, though. See, I've got some good taste.
You see, I saw a poster for that, and it just looked crap.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
It looks like that thing, that Danger, Will Robinson, or whatever it's called.
Nah,
Lost in Space.
No, it's based on a comic book, and it's a
Oh.
Marvel comic book, and it's a really good film. Actually, he did a really good job with it. I'm not even familiar with the comic book, but the film was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll get round to it, but there seems to be like every movie's based off a comic book.
I know.
It's oversaturated.
It's big.
True.
It's big business now.
Yeah, but it's too much, innit? It's getting shoved down your throat. It's like, every other movie. Like the new Captain America. I haven't seen it, can't be arsed. There's a new Iron Man coming out. I thought he died in the last one or threw his suits in the sea or something, but there's another one coming out. Another Avengers. Another bloody Hulk, and it'll probably have a different fella. I can't be bothered with it. There's too many people flying about. Where are they when it matters?
It's like the iPhone. Every year there's a new Iron Man.
I'm excited about the superhero movies because the superhero movies back in the day sucked. I mean, the old Superman was not really that great of a movie. Now it looks real. It looks real.
They're just saying come up with something new.
What do you mean new? They're using. Do you know how long the Avengers comic books have been out?
That's
They're still writing new ones.
How
The
does that-
storyline is still going on.
Ugh.
I'm just saying, it's
But
a current
come
thing.
up with a new intellectual property.
It is
Yeah,
new.
that's not like
Well,
based
but
on a book or.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with
Like,
that.
it's like the original Matrix. Remember how awesome that was? Because it was something entirely new. It wasn't based on anything. You didn't know the
Or-
story going in.
Or Back to the Future. Or Forrest Gump.
She always throws for a bit.
No kidding.
All right, so Tiffany went and saw a movie. See if you can guess what movie she went and saw this weekend.
He already knows.
I
this
don't
one.
know. Is there a new Babe Pig in the City movie or something?
Oh, I really liked the first Babe.
Yeah, that's great. I love that one actually.
Yeah, that was
them
awesome.
Singing mice.
If I had words to make
George Miller, I
Jesus.
like.
for you.
She went.
Tiffany, at the end of that movie, I nearly cry every time I watch it. That little pig. The fella's just standing there, and the pig just does his thing,
I
and
know.
everyone's gets me every time.
It's
Oh
really
my!
Yeah.
good.
You guys are
It's
so
really
wimpy.
No, he's right. That movie is like.
Yeah,
I've never
dude.
seen the movie.
Oh my god.
Well, then what are you talking
so
about?
he's,
Yeah.
It just
he
seems
thinks
stupid
he's
that
a
you would-
sheepdog.
Who
Yeah.
does?
Yeah.
Babe.
The pig.
The pig
The
thinks
pig.
he thinks he's
He
a
thinks
sheepdog.
he's a dog. He was raised by a sheepdog mom.
How
named
is that
Fly.
sad? Why does that make you cry?
It's not. It's triumphant.
They don't eat him.
Yeah, they were gonna eat him.
Oh, they were gonna
because
eat
he's
him?
a pig.
Okay, you guys don't even have kids. What are you doing? Why are you
Well,
watching these
it
movies?
came out when I was a kid.
What's your excuse, Jordan?
Do you know who directed it?
No.
George Miller, director of Mad Max, Road Warrior, and Beyond Thunderdome.
Sin City.
No, did he? No, that's the other Miller.
Oh, the other Miller.
No, George
saw,
Miller, but it's like he's a good director. He directs good stuff. He does really cool looking things on there.
Yeah, it did look pretty legit.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll check it out. She went and saw the sequel to Dumb and Dumber, which is Dumb and Dumber 2.
Oh, don't tell me anything about that.
I'm not gonna tell you about it.
We were going to talk about
I'm
it.
not gonna talk about the plot.
You're gonna give us a review.
Yeah, you were going to give us a
Yeah,
review.
I'm gonna give you a review, but not about the.
Do you not
actual
want to
movie.
hear the review? Look, he's really into it.
I don't want to know anything about that movie. I hate knowing things. I like it when people say, "Don't see this movie; it's crap," and then you think, "Oh God," and then you go and see it, and it's always better than you expect, and you
Well,
enjoy it.
yeah.
Like Prometheus, everyone said that's crap, and I loved it.
Yeah, I heard that a lot too, and I watched. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't what I was expecting because I'm a big fan of the aliens thing, but I thought it was pretty good.
Well, it's better than telling you that it's awesome and you just,
Well,
oh, this is
what I'm
crap.
gonna-
We just told him Guardians of the Galaxy was awesome.
Yeah, that is good though.
I give Dumb and Dumber to a 6.5
Out of what?
out of 10
Okay.
because, and I'm not gonna ruin this for you. I'm
No
just-
spoilers.
Don't go in with high expectations. It's way better than Anchorman 2 was. Like, it doesn't have that huge disappointment factor that Anchorman 2 has, but it's still not as good as like you hoped it would be. That's all. Like,
Can you give us any specific reason why? Petchrachelli's off the line, so you can spoil stuff.
No, he's gonna.
No, I'm
yeah,
not
he's trying to click him back through.
I'm
Yeah,
not
we
gonna
gotta-
spoil it. Like, I don't want to like give like the thing. It's they're just older. There's funny bits, but it can't be the classic that it was. I don't know if it's because I was like 13 when it came out or what, but yeah, it's not as good as the first one.
Okay, why?
Sometime today.
Yeah.
Well,
Dead air, baby.
They had a lot of like the same like bit lines, which are good. It's just not the classic that it was. Kick his ass, Seabass, and all that stuff.
So they
you know?
brought back all the old jokes from the original.
They
is
had
what
some
you're saying?
of the old lines, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's really disappointing. It's just lazy nostalgia rather than actually writing
It
jokes.
was really cute. Like Jim Carrey, you can't beat Jim Carrey. You can't beat Jeff Daniels. Those guys are awesome together.
You
And
can't beat him. Why don't you cut him off so it doesn't? Oh, looks like it cut itself off.
But you know what happened during the movie? I only go to the movies like once every like 4 months because I just feel like about it. And every time I go,
I won't
something
go.
terrible happens. Like the people are idiots that are in the movie.
Did something
theater.
happen?
what
Happen in Dumb
happened?
and Dumber?
Yes.
What happened?
Okay. So there was this couple up here. There weren't that many people. We went on a time where there wasn't like tons of people there. But there was a boyfriend and girlfriend up there, and then there was 2 women behind us, like off to the side. And the women were talking the whole bloody time to each other, and I'm like, what? And then the man and his girlfriend, he answered the phone. It rang. He answered the phone. He talks on the phone, and then he talked all the way out of the theater. Then he comes back and tells his girlfriend or wife what the telephone call was about.
Yeah, that's why I won't go to the
And
theater.
why do they do that? I almost
Because they have
stopped.
no respect for
My
anybody
friend
else. That's
Erica
why.
had to stop me because I was going to turn around and lecture these people after the movie got over about how you're not supposed to talk
You
during
were
movies.
not.
I swear.
No, you weren't.
I swear.
She might do that.
She
No
needs
way.
they need to know you're not supposed to talk during a movie.
They
dude.
know that. They don't
But
care.
why were they doing it.
Because they do not care.
I wanted to tell them during the movie, but then I thought that would be like very hypocritical of me to talk during the movie to tell people not to talk. So I had this whole debate in my head. The last movie I saw was Neighbors at the movie theater, and someone had an oxygen tank right behind my ear. Right behind my ear, they had an oxygen tank.
Somebody had
I
the
kept hearing-
impertinence to try and breathe while you were watching a movie?
The whole
That's
movie,
terrible.
The whole movie, I kept hearing, and then I'm with Bob Burr, and I go, Bob, do you hear that? He's like, no, I don't hear anything. I'm like, what is that noise? And he's like, I don't hear anything. So I thought I was going crazy. So the whole movie, I'm thinking, am I going schizophrenic? Like, am I imagining this sound? No one else seems to be bothered by this sound. And then at the very end, I see this guy pick up his little oxygen tank and walk
Son
out.
of a bitch, and you're breathing. What the hell's wrong with you?
Like, because Bob Burr's, like, deaf, right? Because he's old, and, like, he can't hear crap. So, like, he's making me feel like I'm a crazy person because I hear this and I was like, is a horror movie happening to me right now? Like, am I going to get stabbed? It sounded like a horror movie.
I would have
song.
been worried my seat was going to jack me out with
Yeah.
hydraulics.
I can't go to movie theaters, I swear.
You couldn't move to
People
a
are
different
so-
seat?
No, it was
Yeah.
super crowded.
Yeah, we got Petchrachelli back on the line. Anything ever happened to you at the movies? How are the movies? How's going to the movies in England? Are people polite and nice there, or are they just obnoxious like they are
No,
here?
I yelled at a kid during Harry Potter when I lived in England.
A grown woman. Stop it! I'm trying to watch a movie.
Dumbledore is talking right now.
No, look, there's this kid, and he kept spitting and playing around and running up and down the aisle. He was like 13. And I said, look, I know this part's dragging and it's kind of boring, but I'm like, you need to just sit down and stop it.
Oh,
And I said, I'm
what
from
a drag you are.
and he looked at me. I'm like, I'm American. You don't know what I'll do.
Oh.
That's what I said, and I scared him. And he didn't move for the rest of the movie. But he was so unacceptable.
Petchrachelli, anything like that ever happen when you go to the movies, or do you even go? Because I don't even go anymore.
I mean, you know, if I'm with a female, I might go, but I've never really had anything apart from when I saw one of Paranormal Activities. Because like at scary movies, people are crapping themselves there, so they try and break the tension by talking, and it does my head in because I like to sit there in darkness, in silence, watching it, not listening to somebody's 16-year-old kids laugh. It does me head in.
Yeah.
I know. I hate it.
No, that's the last time I took Crystal. Remember we went and saw a Saw movie. You're a big fan of the Saw franchise. We went and saw a Saw film, and these kids were talking in front of us, and the one kid got up and left the theater, and I went to use the restroom, and I came back. He was coming in, so I decided I'll just say something to him before we're in the theater. Before we get in, I'll just say something. I say, hey, listen, buddy, do you mind not talking? I'm sitting behind you. And I put my hand on his arm to, like, talk to him. And he was like, why are you touching me? Why are you touching me, sir? And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, he
Such a
yelled it.
drag.
Well,
Oh.
you should have just hit him.
Oh,
I'm sick of people like
Uh,
that. For
you-
God's sake.
oh, he was such a little dick, man. I was like, really, dude? Like, I wasn't a jerk. I
I
wasn't like,
would've
hey,
done that.
asshole. I just said, hey, do you mind keeping it down? I'm trying to watch a movie. It's a spooky movie. And you guys are talking like you're in your living
Oh,
room.
what a-
Right. I would so do that too, Chris.
What, Crystal?
Why do you have to touch him though? Why do you have to touch
It
him?
was it's a thing like when you're trying to like console somebody or like show them
But
that
you don't
I'm
know him.
non-threatening.
You
I know
don't-
you're.
you're a
He's
stranger.
his child.
He was like 13, 14.
Yeah,
Then
dude.
why are
That's
you
not
stroking
cool.
him?
I didn't stroke him. I rested my hand gently and gingerly on his arm so he would look at me. I don't know why he did it. It was an accident. It was a total instinctual thing. I wasn't gonna hit him or anything. But then he got all freaky, dude. It was lame.
He made it weird.
Yeah. Who do we got on the line? Is there somebody else on the
I
line?
believe you got Brady. Is that Brady on the line?
Okay.
That's me. It's Brady.
All the
yeah.
vapors
Yo,
are here.
Listen, I'm freezing out in my garage, but because we got that big storm. You see Buffalo? Holy crap! 6 feet of snow. Not like 6 inches. 6 feet.
That sucks.
Retarded.
You live in Canada, Brady. What did you expect?
Do you know his
I know. I'm used to it. It really doesn't bother me. I've been on. I have like a sports car, and I have Z-rated tires. I don't care. I've been driving on Z-rated tires. They're low profile, you know, like the banana skins, for like 4 years. Same tires. I don't care. Those people, they got to be all prepared, you know. They got to get the winter tires, the chains out, the salt in the back of the. I'm totally the opposite.
You don't care.
I
You
just wing it.
Yeah, no, why
Whatever.
not? Just go out there with a sled with some brakes on there and a couple of bike wheels. What?
That, as long as I got a hat and mitts, so if I crash, I can keep warm. I'm good.
You are
I'm
a
good.
wackadoo.
No, I love that that explanation that Petchrachelli had for the clouds, the cloudgasm, where they get too big and burst.
Well, he's
I'm
still
gonna use.
he's still on the line, Brady. You can talk to him. He's right there. Right there.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm not so bad. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad. I'm freezing. I'm freezing my ass off. But listen, I just wanted to share a little story with you because you were talking about the first time you were smoking. And
All right.
I had kind of a funny story because I thought
It
I was
better
Joe
be,
Cool
damn it.
back say what?
It better be funny.
Well, I thought I was Joe Cool back in the day. I with my lumber jacket and I wore Greb Kodiak's long hair. And the first time I ever lit up a cigarette, I was driving my bicycle through the smoking area at that high school. And I was no hands, doing the no hands thing, and I lit up a smoke, and I kid you not, I got a head rush, and I wiped out and broke my collarbone, like in front of the whole school, man.
I knew you were that kid.
I don't even remember what happened, but yeah, from there on, I was hooked, man. I was hooked.
That's
what a stupid habit, eh? What a ridiculous habit.
But not a ridiculous habit. If you're gonna not know what the habit is like, shouldn't you not be in a moving vehicle when the first time you try it?
I know, and no hands at that, right? No, but I just thought I was the coolest.
No, you're
right?
Billy
So
Badass
I
until
thought,
you passed out.
It would be cool to go through the smoking area, no hands, on my 10-speed with the handlebars. Those curved handlebars? I used to flip them the other way, upside down.
Oh,
so
my
I was
God.
like super cool.
Why you dressed as a lumberjack?
Yeah, why you dressed as a lumberjack?
Like the chopper before the choppers. We used to chop our bicycles, for God's sake. But yeah, and then I wiped out, did a total wobble, like a power wobble. And
Oh, my
woke
God.
up kind of like, what happened? And my collarbone was busted.
So you had to leave
So I
that.
had to wear that stupid thing around my neck for the next
Nice.
3 weeks.
How cool did you look then smoking with your little sling?
Oh, I look like a total idiot. Total idiot.
Oh, cockeyed. There's like people standing around.
I would have learned my lesson, right? But
There's like people standing around smoking, and all of a sudden they hear like a crash, and just a bike with nobody on it goes right by him. Brady's passed out in the hedge.
That's it. I know.
Listen, I checked out.
Anyway, dude, I got to run back in the house.
Okay.
I'm literally freezing in my garage. I was just going to go watch you guys back on the tube or whatever. I just wanted to say hello.
All right, man. We appreciate it. I checked out the videos. We're going to play one at the break.
Yeah. I'll keep sending them as long as you want them. I'll keep sending them.
All right. Petchrachelli, you want to say anything to Brady before he leaves?
There's no fucking way you used to smoke 2 packets a day with lungs like yours.
2.5. I swear to 2.5 packs. When I retired, I was kind of forced into retirement from the military. I had a few medical issues, nothing major, but anyway, when I was staying home, dude, I would sit in front of my fireplace and literally chain smoke, man. Because, the smoke goes up the chimney. I hated smoking in my house, so I would literally just sit in front of my fireplace and chain smoke, man. It was bad.
2.5 packs. That's insanity.
Yeah, like
it was an awful existence. It really was, and to get off them, it's like it's been. Oh my God! It's like being born again. Really, I swear to God.
What is your go-to flavor?
I'm so into the vaping. Like I'll buy a new one every couple of weeks just because I'm saving so much friggin' money.
Jesus,
I mean, $10 a pack for a pack of smokes here, so that was like about $30 a day that I was spending on cigarettes.
$30 a day.
yeah. So
Yeah,
what?
well, listen to my voice. It sounds like I friggin' gargle gravel, for God's sake. You know what I mean?
It's true. You do sound like a little bit like Stevie Nicks.
Does. That's so
Yeah,
funny.
It's helped my singing voice a little bit, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lovely
It
singing
gives me
voice you
that
have.
growl or whatever, right?
Nah,
That
it's
edge.
nice.
Everyone needs the edge, baby.
Real quick before you leave, what's your go-to flavor on the vaping thing? I always love to ask people.
You know what? I mix mango with Cuban cigar, and it
What?
gives it kind of a fruity, but yet that still it's like cigarette, you know?
Cuban
It gives you
cigar?
that kind of smoke taste, but you mix the mango with the Cuban cigar, and it's a beautiful mix, man. I highly recommend it.
Okay. All right, Brady.
I
Well,
don't know
listen,
what you call
always
that,
a
Cuban mango. Yeah,
He-
Cabango. Stuff like that.
You are a crazy
That's
son of a
cool.
bitch.
Anyway.
All right, Brady.
Yeah,
Well, listen,
I'll
keep.
firing the videos.
Yes.
Because, dude, I'm up all kinds of weird hours of the night, too. So,
Yes, you are.
So, yeah, sometimes I'll just sit and I'll turn the camera on and I'll just let it run and I'll start talking.
Oh God,
and see what comes out.
that's perfect. All
I
right,
have lots of.
all right, brother. We'll talk at you
Okay.
next time.
Don't freeze to death.
Take care, guys.
All right, there you go.
Bye, Brady.
Yeah, everyone.
There you go. Brady Ferguson
Bye.
calling in. Petchrachelli. He's a trip, dude, isn't he?
He's my favorite.
He is a trip, dude. Have you seen the videos that he's been posting?
Listen, I've got social stuff. I'm rarely on it.
He's sending us. I'll have Crystal send you a couple of them. He's just rambling, but he wants to write. I was going to bring this up, and I'll bring it up now since he called. He wants to. He feels the need to write comedy for me, and I've had this happen before, but never from like somebody out of the country that I don't really hang out with. Like I had a patient of mine who was an older gentleman. He's like, "Oh, all these funny things happen to me. You should use them in your skit." They always say that. Use them in your skit. And I'm like, it's not a skit. I'm not part of an improv troupe anymore. I don't do sketches. It's a comedy act.
Whatever, you do your thing.
No, it's not a skit.
Dance,
though.
monkey.
But he wanted to write, and the guy would tell me like he went into his gymnasium where he works out, and he accidentally walked into the ladies' room, and what wasn't that funny? You should talk about that. I'm like, that's not really going to work for me. It didn't happen to me, and it's humorous, but it's not like this hysterical thing.
But no, you bring the funny. You make a joke out of that for me now.
You
do that, monkey.
I'm
Make
not
me joke. Make me joke.
Have you guys? Did you guys, Crystal? Did the song get done? Is that episode done of 30 minutes in the background?
I haven't even recorded my bits yet.
Oh,
It'll probably be done by Sunday, I'd say.
What the hell are you waiting for? I've been waiting.
Listen, we have this. Listen, sometimes
wanna
that
hear
takes
it.
so long. Funky Dave, Brad's manager, gets in touch and says, "Pull your finger off." I don't like doing it. I keep telling him to kill me off. I told you.
You do a good job, though. It's funny. You do a good job.
Yeah, but I'm a busy little beaver.
Of course
At
you
the
are.
moment, I've got a lass asking me to record her a song that she likes, which
Nice.
I was like, "Oh, fair enough, I will." I've got someone else saying, "Can I put a bass track on a song?" I says, "All right then." And I'm trying to win the affections of me crush, so I've recorded a song. It's gonna end horribly, like. But,
Wait,
I've just been busy.
You made a song for a girl?
How cute.
No, I just did a cover song. I didn't make a song. I just did a cover song.
Tiffany, what do you think of that?
That's so cute.
I don't
Well,
think
that's what I'm hoping she'll say.
I couldn't do that. I just would. The whole
It's a
singing.
nice effort.
I know, but the singing for a girl thing to me is very awkward.
Well, it's just
yes,
one
Crystal.
of those things that's a good that's a great effort.
The last time a guy wrote me a song, I laughed at him.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Bloody hell.
I did. It's true, though. I laughed at him.
What if a guy learned like a popular song though to sing for you? Would that be
Yeah,
more
I would
impressive?
still laugh at
No,
him.
let me
Really?
quantify
Sorry.
let me quantify this for you and say that when Crystal was like, I don't know if you were in high school or just out of high school, she went to a concert with a guy.
That wasn't quantified at all. You
Qualified,
gave no numbers.
qualified, excuse me,
Oh,
qualified.
I was in high school. I
You
think.
were in high school. She went to a concert guy who you drove him, right?
Well, my stepdad did because it was in Arizona. My
Right.
stepdad drove us.
So they get to the concert and
Right.
it's like some heavy metal crap.
It was
Motley
Motley Crue.
Yeah,
It was
Motley
an
Crue.
awesome concert.
God
Dr.
save me.
Feelgood. It was
Right,
awesome.
right. So he starts banging his head, the American up and down with the neck thing where they're just slamming and they got the devil horns out, with the fingers. And she looks at him like, what a dork, and ditches his ass at the concert. Leaves him there with no ride home.
True story. True
Right.
story.
Well, here's the thing, though. I think, Crystal, if you don't like someone, like, let's say this girl does not like Petra for some reason
She
or another.
doesn't know me.
Okay, so let's say that happens. What I'm saying is, like if a guy that I don't like does something like that, I would be like, haha, and like laugh and be like, ew.
Yeah.
But if it's a guy that I liked, kind of, or that I thought was cute in some way or another, and then he did that, I'd be like, oh.
What if you didn't know him at all?
If I looked at his pictures and he looked all right, I'd be like, I don't know, maybe I'll talk.
How do
to
you
him
know
at
this girl,
least. I'll talk
Petchrelli?
to him
Did
at
you meet her
least.
around town, or how does she not?
No, she's semi-famous. She's Danielle. I can't say the word Danielle. It's not. The Cumbrian vowels don't allow it. It comes out Danielle no matter how I try. She's called Danielle Wyatt, and she plays on the England cricket team, and I'm in love with her.
Oh, nice. So she's an athlete. Sweet.
I've got a thing for. Before that, it was that Victoria
She's-
Pendleton who
She's
was
a-
in the Olympics on the cycling team.
Dude, she's adorable. She's very
Yeah.
cute. Yeah, she's
Who?
nice.
Pendleton,
yeah,
or
we
Wyatt?
we got a
Yeah,
picture of
they
her right now.
already
Yeah,
looked at her.
Google image search right now,
Yeah,
bro.
She's cute. She's cute.
Yeah.
This
She
is like
might
we're
know
looking
her.
at Petra's
Gorgeous.
porn stash right now. It's a little weird.
Hey, future Mrs. Petchrachelli you're talking about.
Well, I think does she now? Where does she live? Does she live close enough to you where you might be able to have a meeting?
Well, she would say she's from the north. I would say she's from the south of the north. So yeah.
Okay, so not like on the other end of the country, but close enough where you can.
Have you like stood outside her apartment at night and like gazed up towards the window and
Oh yeah, with the
been
blue
all
box.
creepy? Yeah.
Be like I mean like that's cute too, like the John Cusack like thing. Like I appreciate romantic gestures. I'm kind of a romantic myself in a lot of ways.
I'm gonna send her All I Have to Do Is Dream song. I've recorded me.
What song is that?
Dream.
Oh, that song, the doo-wop song?
It's the Everly Brothers.
Yeah, it's practically doo-wop.
Whenever
Jesus.
I want
man.
you, all I have to do is dream.
Oh my! What do you think of that, Tiffany? Huh?
I think that's very cute. Well done, Petra.
I think it's one of those fast food commercial songs at this point. You know?
Petra's
No.
a cute guy. I feel like he's in the
Yeah.
same playing field as her, like looks wise. Like I don't think she should be like, oh my god, what a weird.
Is she
dude."
younger than you? Is she older than you? You guys the same age?
23. I'm 27.
That's not bad. No, that's in the same
Yeah.
neighborhood. Good for you, dude. Good luck with that. Let us know how it turns out. I'm sure she gets like lots of like gifts and things from a lot of fans and artwork. People do that. They send artwork and songs and poems and everything else. You got to break
Well,
through.
I hope not. I was hoping I was going to stand out.
Well, no, you need to break through. Give it. When you do the Everly
Nah.
Brothers, just really kick it.
Not for a girl like that.
About it, and he keeps on saying that she's dating someone called Brett Lee, who's an Australian cricket player. And I had a bit of a pop at him. I was like, Brad, stop stepping on my dreams. He was like, oh, sorry, man.
Yeah, it's possible, but hey, listen, you never know. Maybe they're at odds right now. Maybe she's feeling like a little trapped.
But she never went out with Brett Lee. He was making it up to upset me.
I don't even know who Brett Lee is. I have no idea who that is, so
He's a
it's possible.
cricket
Is he
player.
related to Jordan?
Possibly.
He's definitely not related to Jordan. He's tall, blonde, and good looking.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
it's like
Sorry,
the
Jordan, I
opposite of
couldn't help
Jordan.
Yeah. What else? There's,
No, I didn't mean to.
there's attractive people in my family, just not me.
No, his sister's cute.
You're an attractive chap. You're not ugly.
Yeah,
No, listen,
you're all right when sometimes.
No, I will say this about Jordan. No, I'll say this about Jordan. Jordan has come out to my shows and hung out at the bar, and once he gets a couple cocktails in him, he's got game, dude. I've seen you pull ladies.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that.
No, it's
happen.
true.
I've heard
He's got
about
game.
it.
You got game.
But I've got really poor judgment, so it all.
This is true.
You know,
I've had to
yeah.
intervene before.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember
I'm
one
not-
time I didn't know if it was a guy or girl?
No, you came out to the one show with me, and there was that biker chick nurse that was there, and she was cute. And
Yeah.
she liked you, and she wanted to give you her number, and you were like, you kind of got waffly about it. But
She
you,
lived really far away.
so it was just too taxing. He's
That
like,
was, yeah. Honestly.
I know. If someone lives in Tampa, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, and this was
That's
this
like
was
30
Spring
minutes.
Hill. That's like too damn
that's
far.
So
it's
far.
only an hour and a
I
half.
mean, that
I
might
know.
as well be
It's like it's
a
far.
different
It's
state.
like close enough that you'd be expected to actually go see her like an often, but far enough that it's a real pain in the ass. It
Yeah,
just it will
exactly.
never work.
Well,
Not an hour and a half.
who knows? Maybe she moves. Maybe something sparks, and she moves closer to you.
Oh, now it's all resentment. I did this for you. It never worked, man.
All right, Petchrachelli, are you gonna stay up to watch the? Isn't the meteor shower happening at midnight tonight?
Oh,
It's
is
probably
it?
happening right now.
Is it what?
I don't know. I don't know if you can see it in England or
I
not.
want to watch it.
Oh, who cares? Like last week, I saw on Twitter. You know, you were talking about aliens before. I'd seen them when I was a kid, but you know when you see a movie so long ago that you can't really remember what it's about or anything.
Oh, you mean when we talked about UFO experiences?
Or the actual movie Aliens with
Yeah,
Sigourney
I know.
Weaver.
The actual movie.
Oh,
Aliens.
right, right.
I was like, you've seen Aliens?
So, Christ. So I like literally I can't even speak. I literally rewatched all the movies, you know, in order.
Yeah.
And then I go onto Twitter, and it says something about there's a comet landing, and I just thought, like, hashtag comet landing, and I just thought to myself, oh, bloody hell, this is how it starts, isn't it? Comet's going to land, there'll be a bloody little egg on there, a little thing will come out, and that'll be the bloody end, and everyone's dancing. Turns out it was a bunch of people sticking a dustbin on there or something like that, you know?
It was like a little lander, and they actually got some
What?
material of it. A little lander. They had a rocket. They actually had a satellite.
A lantern.
A lander. Lander.
It's a robot that can't move.
Yeah. It just lands on the surface and anchors itself to the ground and then tests the surface of the comet while a satellite revolves around the comet, communicating with it and then shooting that communication back to the Earth.
Well, what do they want to know? It's a rock.
Well, actually, they're trying to discover whether comets bring material from planet to planet that could start life. They're wondering
They found carbons or hydrocarbons on it or something, but basically a building block of life.
Right.
And it supports the panspermia theory.
Right, the panspermia theory, which is it's that life came from comets and such, like stuff slamming into the Earth, and that way they seed the planet.
Yeah,
basically,
it's like little sperms flying through space, but they're comets.
Yeah.
Oh, who cares?
Well, they care. They want
Does
to.
it matter?
Well, it makes it much more likely that there's going to be life in other planets that also resembles ours.
Right. If they're in the right.
But the thing is, though, Jordan, It was a British dustbin that was stuck on there. It's my bloody tax money. I don't care. I could care less.
I thought it was
I'm
Russian.
happy knowing we were all fish.
It was European
Yeah,
Space Agency.
Yeah,
Like, so
many
what?
countries.
Like, there's a lot worse things you're spending your money on than finding awesome things out about comets. I think it's pretty cool.
Awesome is, that's your opposite. It's not awesome, for God's sakes. It's a rock.
It's an ice
It's
ball.
not even got many batteries. But this is why we don't have NASA. We've stuck something up there, and it's running out of bloody batteries already.
Well,
Where's the money?
it ran out of batteries because it landed kind of cockeyed and couldn't get solar powered. That's what happened. It actually had a solar panel that was going to charge it.
And don't forget, they launched this thing before YouTube was a thing, so
Right.
that's pretty impressive. that
2004, dude.
They actually planned this 10-year journey for this stupid thing to come to a comet and land on it, and they managed to do it.
Yeah, and they cocked it up because there's no batteries. But it's got bloody Energizer Bunny on it.
It's been in space for 10 years. How long do you think the batteries are going to last?
I don't care. Listen, as far as you lot do the space thing. That's your job for humanity, right? That's all you're really good at, really, to be honest. So you keep doing it. Don't let the Russians do it. They'll just keep firing bloody monkeys at the sun.
We make
It's up to you, lot.
we make wonderful music. There are other things that we do well.
Yeah, the Canadians.
Stop it.
Our TV
You know
shows.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, I know. No, I know.
Our cinema.
Our sausage.
Our sausage.
Our films are pretty good.
We make
from
good
here.
guns,
I think
too.
We make good films.
They don't make good pizza in England at all.
I bet you they don't. I bet you the pizza's
No,
pizza's
I didn't
awful
really
over
like it. I did not like the bread that they
Talking
used.
about?
Your bread
I'm
is
sorry, but I've been to America. I know a lot of people that have been to America, and you lot think we've got bad food.
You
Even
do.
your bread's got sugar in it. Your food
that's
is
true.
just sugar.
They think that
Well,
our food is
I can't
too
argue with that.
sugary.
Well,
They think
I
our
can't argue
food
with
is
that.
so sugary. And like
It's-
my ex-husband
By
complained.
they, I
and
mean the
complained.
rest of the world. We're just sort of like, oh God, that's why you've all got big fake white teeth. You can't even eat bread without getting cavities over there. It's mental.
But your
Yeah,
guys'
the
food
bread is
tastes
not
bad.
good, but
Yeah.
your food, the bangers, those are terrible. That's the
Yeah,
worst
but that's
thing
the
ever.
like,
That
them
English
bangers,
breast
they're meant to be terrible.
Well, that's
What do you mean meant to be terrible? Why is that? Why would you have a food that's meant to be terrible?
Because they're cooked in a certain way. It's like
How is that
it's like
good though?
streaky bacon, American bacon, right? That's just filth. But when you cook it and eat it, it's bloody gorgeous. Oh Christ! Here comes Brad, my bloody queen.
No. Bloody, I kept a wide berth. I seen it 20 minutes ago, and I thought surely he's asleep by now.
We were just talking about comics. Brad, were you at all impressed by the European Space Council or whatever landing this lander on the comet? Was that impressive, or could you care less?
Probably doesn't know.
When did that happen?
I knew he didn't know.
Oh yeah, honestly, I didn't have a clue.
Okay, well, all right. Yeah, they landed.
Yeah, Elton John wrote a song about Spaceman, didn't he?
Yeah,
No,
well,
that was David Bowie. He was English.
All right.
We were just getting on Petchrachelli. He's going to
He's
do.
not English.
Who is David Bowie?
That was Rocket
David
Man.
Bowie.
Rocket Man.
German, isn't he?
No, he's British.
Yeah, he's yours.
I don't know.
Bowie was British.
Comes
Yes.
from the more sophisticated part of the UK.
Wait, I thought he was a knife.
Well, I don't know.
What are you doing, Brad? It sounds like you're in traffic or you're in some sort of a.
Yeah. You're on my shoulder at the moment. I've got it on loudspeaker, and I'm cruising through the traffic. When I say cruising through the traffic, not counting the cars I can see in the car park, there's 4 vehicles around me.
Are you at work? Are you working or?
Yeah, I'm at work. Yeah,
Slinging the fish.
slinging the fish.
It sounds like a.
I got. Hey, what's that?
I said it sounds like you're in a security video. Like this is a tape of a trucker who had an accident, and we're listening to the first 5 minutes before the accident happens. All the clicking and the
Yeah,
shifting.
before the accident, he was on the double special show. The kids are now fatherless.
Nice.
The local cats have got full bellies, and we're going to review the incident from the start.
Full bellies and AIDS.
Are you?
Right, I'm pulled up. But we're live in the fish truck.
Okay. Are we going to accompany you in a delivery, or are you just going to wait there and then do the delivery afterwards?
Oh, no, because the next lady I go to is somewhat crazy.
Oh, that would be perfect. I like that. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
let's hear it.
He won't do it.
Yeah,
I've been
let's see.
asking him
I
for
will,
ages.
and she might freak out.
She might freak out like how? Like get violent or just like freak out because
No,
you're.
no. She just gets really excited. She won't let you in her house or near her house, and that's just not me. She doesn't think I've got the creep factor, but she won't let her friends in the house or anything either. I think she's a bit of a hoarder, and it's a bit banged up with everything bar a clean dish.
Put your phone inside the fish, and then I can talk to her and pretend I'm the fish talking to her. It'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, right. Hang on a sec. I'll put you in the bin. I'll put it in the bin. I'll say there's something in your bin.
Dude.
Hang on a sec.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the trigger.
Okay.
See, that's the trigger. That gets them out of that lures them out of the warren, out of the burrow. Just wait now to see what happens.
What the hell? He's got a horn with a hair lip. What is that?
Oh, you're hearing it from inside the cabin. Outside, it's very manly. It actually says, "Come here."
Is she expecting you, or are you just showing up?
New Zealand.
Yeah. She might have she may even have an esky left out. I'll just check.
Esky. What?
We're entering.
It's a beer cooler in English, an esky.
That's funny. I'm just wondering what kind of person who doesn't want people around their house orders delivery to their house. Makes no sense to me.
Wait. That was just on loudspeaker as I was approaching the premises. It could do me out of a sale. That comment, Chris.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, hey.
I'm down $4.80 now. Here we go.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, mate, how you going? I won't approach her. I'm live on to the Americans right now. You want to say hello to them? Yeah. Say hello to Maureen. She's one of our regulars.
Hello, ma'am. State your name and purpose.
Don't say that.
Hi, Maureen.
I'm just a customer.
I know. He told us.
Yeah. The best mobile fishman there is around here, you know.
Did you hear that? Play that out loud.
What kind of fish are you getting today, Maureen?
I'm getting what am I getting?
Barramundi.
Barramundi and salmon.
Mmm.
Beautiful.
One of each.
Yeah.
And we'll cook it out on the veranda later on.
He's
Awesome.
full service.
I know, right? Come cook it, and he's going to season it for you, Maureen.
Barramundi sounds toothy. I don't know.
She's bored of yours already.
I know. Well, I don't want to, as you said, I don't want her to be.
What time is it there? Where are
Oh, hang on. Here you go. Here, Maureen. Say hello to him.
Hi, Maureen.
This is live, you folks.
Yeah,
So whereabouts are you?
we're in the United States, in Florida. It's about 10 o'clock at night here in Florida.
Oh, I see. So what sort of radio station is this? Like a music station? or-
No, it's an internet comedy show. We do it weekly. We've done it for a couple of years, and Brad is
yes,
one of our
yes,
friends.
that's right. He told me. He did tell me.
Oh, he did tell you about us?
Oh, a while ago.
Was it nice? Did he say nice things, or was he kind of being not nice about us?
No. It's really good. Yeah. it's
How's
really
this
good.
fish? Be honest, Maureen. Is it good fish, or could you get better fish
It's
somewhere?
fantastic. It's beautiful fish.
Yeah?
He has the best prawns at Christmas time.
Nice.
Oh, you should see the prawns. They're
Wow.
amazing.
Does he give
nice.
Say
discounts?
something about how a good bloke. What a good bloke I am.
Oh, he's a marvellous bloke. Such a nice person. And he's very funny. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Here and there. He tends to be funny here and
It's
there.
kind of easy on the eyes,
She's,
too, right?
She's flicked the V's and walked off.
All right. Well, that's it. I guess we got what we got from Maureen. Thanks, Maureen. It was nice to meet you.
No.
Oh.
Have a good day. I'll see you next week.
Bye, Maureen.
Bye, Maureen.
There you go. That was Maureen for the day.
All right.
She wants a joke, she said.
She wants a joke?
Oh, give her a joke.
Yeah, can you give her a joke?
Uh-oh.
Oh, God. All right, I'll do this joke real quick. Is she listening right now?
Yes.
All right, Maureen, this is the joke. There's an old woman and an old man sitting on a bench at a nursing home.
Oh.
This one.
And the old woman leans over and she says to the old man, she goes, "Do you know that I could guess your age?" And he goes, "Really?" She goes, "Yep, I'll get it right, too." And he goes, "All right, go ahead. Give it a shot." She reaches over, she undoes his zipper on his pants, puts her hand in there and fumbles around for like 10 minutes and pulls her hand out and she goes, "You're 95. He said, "That's amazing. How'd you do that?" She said, "You told me yesterday." Score! See that?
Oh, that's horrible.
Bye, Maureen.
Very good.
Very good.
Now, what you don't know is that you've just made her day.
Well,
Good on you.
she made my day, too. I just got an international laugh. I'm rocking. Right on.
Oh.
I'm gonna come over
Live
to
in Australia.
I'm gonna come over to the Gumby Festival or whatever you do. All right, Brad. Let's.
That's the festival in a nutshell. That's the Fish Truck Festival, held once a year on the 20th of November, every year.
All right, listen, Brad. We got Big Chief calling in. We're gonna go ahead and add him to the group, and I'll let you go. That was a lot of fun, dude. I wish I could go. I want to go on more sales with you.
Yeah.
Next week we'll go on. I'll pick a good one. We'll go on another sale.
Sweet.
Have a good day, folks.
All right.
See you, Pete.
All right.
See you all in the studio.
Bye, Brad.
Bye-bye.
All right, there
Brad
you go.
Maclean, ladies and gentlemen, the best mobile fishman sales guy in Australia.
What was he talking about? Maureen seemed very lovely.
Yeah, she loves the prawns at Christmas. Get your Christmas prawns from Brad Maclean.
All right, we got Big Chief on the phone. Is Petchrachelli still on the line with us?
I think we lost
Yeah,
Petchrachelli.
I'll go.
Okay.
Before I go,
Yeah.
Chris, I've just got something to tell you.
Oh, here we go. I knew this was coming.
Oh no.
I knew.
Well, no, it's more of a warning. There's something coming, and you're gonna be really annoyed about it.
Someone coming where? Here to America or in the studio? or-
Something coming. There's just something coming, and you're gonna be really, really, really annoyed.
How
about
soon? Can you give me a time frame of when this might be happening?
Is it Marty?
It. No. I've got something planned
Okay.
to annoy you.
All right.
I run it past a few people, including Brad, and everyone's told me, do not do it.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
All right. I'm down. Okay. Well, is this going to come to my house? Look, it's not It's nothing that's going to be
It
like.
might come to your house.
Oh Jesus.
It's possible it could come to your house, yeah.
Dude, do not buy me a pet, dude. I swear to God, I'll kill you.
No, I'm not buying you a pet, but
All right.
you'll be getting something.
All right. All right. Well, we'll get it, and then we'll let you know how I feel about it when it happens.
It's going to be a cat.
It might happen multiple times as well.
Oh, for God's sakes. All right.
Like a hooker?
Did you add Marty to the line?
Did you get us a stripper? Yeah, Marty's here. I think.
Right. Marty, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, hang tight for a sec. Did you want to say anything to Petchrachelli before he leaves? I know you haven't talked to him in a while.
I love you.
Right, no, lads.
All right,
Bye,
Petchrachelli, we'll talk to you later.
Petchrachelli, ladies and gentlemen, from Cumbria.
Yeah.
Bringing us the vape news.
Yeah, and I don't trust, dude. It's gonna be bad. I know it.
It's going to be awesome.
It's gonna be, dude. It's gonna be like being on Big Brother, where they wake him up at like 3 a.m. multiple times, like on Hell's Kitchen when they get woken up and annoyed.
Maybe he's
Something
sending you
bad.
bread. Delicious non-sugar bread.
Big Chief on the line. Welcome to the program, Dan. This show has flown by, man. It's already 10 o'clock. I can't believe it. We've talked about it a little bit. Big Chief, how you doing, brother man?
I'm doing okay. Though I think I was listening to the wrong show.
Why is that?
Well, I was listening to Double Special, and I thought it was tonight's show, but I think I was listening to an old show.
What's that? The one where you delivered
And
pizza?
then I was like, and I was getting ready to call in and like make jokes about what went on in that show, and then I realized by hearing Petchrachelli back on the phone, and then Brad, who I was like, maybe I was a few minutes behind, but I think I was listening to the show where you were trying out free music that you could use.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's long ago.
Damn, dude.
How old is that show?
I don't know. Why were you listening to that show?
What did you do wrong?
Because, well, I always go to like my Facebook page, which is what I do any kind of internet thing.
Go to the
Somehow I
website.
get it through Facebook.
We have a
and
website.
I brought up Double Special, and then I clicked on the thing that I thought was the live link, but it was just a link to an old show. So I was getting ready to make fun of Tiffany for saying Satanist, but
I can't say it still. Saint.
Oh, yeah, that was a long time. Well, it's all Crystal's fault. If you want to blame anybody, blame our producer, Crystal
it's always the
Hayes-Gorges.
producer.
She's the one who puts links up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crystal.
I put
Defend
the
yourself.
regular YouTube link up, and now the live link's been up. So that's Marty's not knowing how to
Faux
use
pas.
the internet, right?
No, he got a new iPhone. He's still working it out.
Oh, you got an iPhone.
yeah, I have an iPhone.
That's the reason right there.
Yeah, you got screwed. Ever since that
Petchrachelli
Jobs died.
will be getting calls on Facebook apparently, which would make a whole lot of sense to you if you were doing the show that I was listening to, thinking I was listening to tonight's show live.
Right on.
Do you want to give us your jokes
And
that you had prepared?
and Tiffany had just gone and hung out with Pauly Shore.
Oh, yeah.
Getting ready to razz what a douchebag Pauly Shore was and how creepy he is, but none of it makes any sense now.
Well, no, but when you
I
listen,
have to go back and listen to this whole show now again to find out what's actually going on for tonight's show.
You are, in the words of Jim Carrey, you are a pathetic loser.
Yeah.
What do you?
You're terrible, dude. You're like somebody who's been on a desert island for 20 years at this point. So far behind.
Did the Yankees win the World Series yet? Did the Yankees win?
Yeah.
It's funny because he'll listen to next week's show and find out how we what she's had to say about Pauly Shore, and that he was actually cool when she hung out with him. And so none of your jokes that you made about what a jerk he is will work because he's
How
not.
far behind on our show are you? Was that like? Are you
It's like
that
4 weeks ago.
I know. That's longer than
That's
that.
like 2 months ago.
You
Well,
need to
yeah,
do some
that's why I
catching
was
up.
like, I had just started the new job, and I was too tired to do anything. And so now I'm like actually like, okay, I can get back into the swing. I'm starting to listen to the show again. So I listened to like last week and the weeks before that.
He's been binging.
And the couple, but like that was in the gap then.
Yeah.
And so what happened on tonight's show? Was it good?
Well, I'll tell you. Tonight we did a little segment with Brad where he actually took us live on a delivery. I think we did something like that before on the show, didn't we?
Yeah, we might have done it with someone, but it didn't go nearly as well the
No,
last
I don't
time
think
we
it
did
did.
it.
I think
No.
it went very well this time.
Marty.
We actually got to tell the person a joke this time.
Yeah, he was way better than when you did it, Marty.
Ooh, see,
we were trying not to do that. We were just trying to imply it. It's a little crueler that way.
yeah. My wife tries to do that too.
Do what?
She's like, oh, it was way better when he did it than when you did it.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn,
That's
that was
funny.
Damn,
That's a call for help.
I know. You need to put some pressure on that wound, brother. Put a little pressure on it. I didn't get to this. We didn't talk about it, but I want to talk real quick since I got a comic on the phone. Next week on the show, I just want to say we're going to have Eddie Brill.
Suck on that, Marty.
Yeah, Eddie Brill will be calling in the show from New York City. Eddie Brill, if you don't know, if you're not into comedy, he booked The Late Show with David Letterman for like 10 years. He's not doing that anymore, but he still tours. He's still very active in the comedy community. It was actually present during the christening of George Carlin Way. So he'll be calling in to talk to us about some comedy, and we're going to ask him some questions. But in the news of comedy, right now, Bill Cosby is in a crap storm of stuff. I don't know if you heard. Have you heard about this, Marty? What's happening with Bill Cosby?
He was trying to put his pudding in women that didn't want his pudding.
Yeah, he's putting the pudding pops where there weren't really. Yeah,
the frozen pudding pops
really
because
like
he's
pudding
cold.
pops.
How do you feel about that? I mean, you're a comic. Were you influenced by Bill Cosby at all when you were younger?
When I was younger, he was doing the stuff talking about his family, and I thought it was very funny, and he was a great storyteller.
Yeah. What's the
But I
one you
wasn't
always
super
heard?
Influenced by him.
Dad gives us the chocolate cake bit, right? He was famous for that.
Yeah.
Well,
Dad is great. Gives us chocolate cake. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Do you feel
very
like
funny stuff. And
Do you feel like
everything,
any of those bits now have like a double meaning when you hear them? You're like, oh Jesus. I'm kidding.
No, I hadn't really thought about it that
You
much.
will now, though, won't you?
I don't even know. I mean, so he's in a storm, but I mean, has there actually been any new developments? I mean, he's been accused.
There's no proof.
No, well, here's the story in a nutshell. He's been accused now. He got accused of this Hannibal Buress on stage of being a rapist, but this is based on actual legal proceedings that happened like 10, 15 years ago that kind of got swept into the media rug, if you will. He settled out of court with one person. I don't know for how much, but now since this guy brought it up on stage, a lot of other women are coming forward. And more recently today, Janice Dickinson, a supermodel, an old crazy ass supermodel, came out and said that he in fact had done something with her as well.
Not
is it
Angie
the
Dickinson.
bandwagon, though, or is it?
What do you mean the bandwagon? Nobody jumps on a rape bandwagon. What does that even mean?
Like remember with Michael Jackson, all the little
it's a crazy
boys?
girl, yeah, crazy women jump on it with rape bandwagon.
Why would a crazy woman, as crazy as she is, say, I got raped? She's never said anything about getting raped before. I don't know. Okay.
I think, sometimes when someone comes out with something, that a bunch of people jump on it.
Well, but to be fair, he's come in contact with a lot of people in show business. Most of the women that have come forward are involved in show business in one way or another, been tutored, mentored. She said that Bill Cosby called her and offered to help her with a singing career or something. She's a reality star for a while, so who knows what the hell's in his head.
Maybe he just thought he was banging them.
What are you talking about?
Like, you can just have sex with people regular.
Not after you drug them.
Yeah, drugging
Oh,
kind
he
of changed.
drug them?
Yes.
That's funny.
No,
it's not funny at all.
No, that's not funny.
That's awful.
No, we're all correcting the woman. We're all like, the one woman in the room, like, no, that's not funny, sweetie. That's not.
I know, she's all like, I wish
let men tell you what's right and wrong for women.
She's like, I wish I got drugged by Bill Cosby. Damn.
No, I just don't understand why he had to drug them. Why couldn't he have just
Because
done it
they
regular?
didn't. Because they weren't apparently involved in the decision of whether or not they were gonna have sex.
Not everybody wants to bang Bill Cosby to see Bill Cosby.
I wouldn't want to bang Bill Cosby
There you go.
either, but
Crystal, you had a comment?
I'm just saying, like, criminally, there was not enough evidence to prosecute him. So,
But they still want a civil case. I mean, you know what?
Yeah,
Criminally,
well, of course they're
hold
gonna
on.
settle out.
Criminally, O.J. Simpson got away with what he did because of the civil case. Everybody thinks he was guilty, but he never got convicted of that crime. So that doesn't matter. Like Jordan said, court of public opinion at this point, he's done. He's lost a Netflix deal. He got the pudding pop thing is done. And more recently, what was the other thing that they dropped him from? TV Land dropped all of the Cosby episodes there. Not airing them
NBC was like apparently developing a sitcom with him too.
they're still pudding pops, though, right?
Yeah, but he's not the spokesperson.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Crystal.
I just think it's not fair because he can't disprove the allegations. You can't go back and test their blood now, and I mean those drugs would be
Test
so.
their
There's no
blood.
way to disprove what they're saying, and so it sucks.
That's
If he's
true.
innocent, they totally.
Do you think Bill Cosby is innocent?
Well,
You think all these women, all of them are lying? And this is the argument from the public.
why
really.
come out now? What's the point?
Well,
what does
but
it gain for
because
you?
a lot of women are traumatized by something like that and don't want to ruin their careers by saying and attacking somebody who's very powerful. At the time these things happened, he was still way on top of his game and very powerful in the business. It's like accusing Oprah of some crap. She'll come at you, dude. Like the Scientologists. A lot of people have problems with Scientologists, but they don't go to court because they know they're going to get reamed in court.
Yeah.
I think if Michael Jackson didn't get in trouble for the little boy thing, then Bill Cosby should be okay.
Well, Michael Jackson did get in trouble.
Yeah, he did, and he lost in the court of public opinion. He had enough
Exactly.
money to buy himself out of legal trouble or whatever he had to do.
Right. As far as everybody's concerned, he's a child molester.
Yeah.
Whether it was proven or not, they don't care.
Like, they still recognize he had musical talents, but he also banged little boys, and it's wrong.
That's
And he did, and likewise, he settled out of court with a few people for money, which to me says,
exactly.
I don't want to get into a court thing because I might lose. How about I just give you some money? You don't settle out of court if you're not guilty, in my opinion.
No,
You go,
that's
you know what? Take me to court. No, an innocent person would go, take me to court and prove it. Otherwise, shut up. They don't give them money. That just is like a yes. Please don't talk about this
I
anymore.
like to throw my money at problems.
Well, yeah, right. Marty, do you have any problems you'd like to throw some money at?
I don't know what. Like, if I had a bubble gum addiction, I guess I could throw some money at that. I don't really have enough money to throw much.
Listen, next week we have a good show. I got Eddie Brill coming on, but you know who else is going to be here live in the studio?
I do.
Sarah Wilcox.
Sarah Wilcox. Are you going to call in and say hello at least?
She's still Sarah
Of course
Kelly.
I'm going to call and say hello.
Will you listen to the right show so you know what the hell we're talking about?
Yeah. Actually, I need to hang up now, though, so I can go listen to myself on the show 4 weeks ago.
No, you're
Fair
going to get it
enough.
straight, dude.
Well,
It's going to be all right.
I'll even be quiet when Marty calls in next week. That way you guys can pretend like you're doing a charming hooligan show for like 5 minutes.
What? Oh, she's going to give us 5 minutes to do our hooligan
Yeah,
thing.
wow.
You could go
That's
do your
generous
little,
of
you
you.
could do your hooligan
Wow.
skit thing.
And then we'll go back to talking about Tiffany. I did stand-up paddleboarding this week.
No, but you say that. Are you all right there, Chief? You all
I
right?
did paddle
What the hell's
board.
going on over there?
Sorry. It was just Tiffany
That's
choking me up
reminding you.
there with the generosity to let us do our little thing.
Well, it
Our
is
skit.
Thanksgiving. It was
Thing,
Thanksgiving.
Our little skit.
Yeah,
That was good.
here's the thing, though. I played a couple of the old Comedy Zone live shows for her, and she was like, damn, that's a good show. I'm like, you're damn right it's a good show.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
rid of you in a
Chris
second,
also
put it
said
back
she's going to
together.
make a turkey for us and with all the trimmings. So there's going to be plenty of reasons to shut up.
I was like, Marty used to be funny. What
What?
happened?
Wow. Marty, you want to feel
Marty
that?
still is funny.
I know, I
Anytime you
can.
want to go head to head, sweetie, we can do this.
Ooh, snap.
You wanna
Okay,
challenge
All right,
him?
I will write.
Let's do it right now. No, stop. You do. How about we do this? Let Tiffany do one of her bits real quick. Just give me a short little bit from your set, and then Marty will do one of his short little bits from his set. We'll see which one is better.
I'll be the judge.
You want to go?
No.
Why not?
I never said I was funnier than Marty.
Marty?
I just said he used to be funnier.
No, you said he used to be funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it isn't happening now.
Yeah, and you still consider yourself funny because you still do stand-up. So
I do.
go ahead and try and show us that you're
No,
funny
I
and
don't
Marty
like
isn't.
to do bits on the show.
Ah.
Why?
I have a joke about Tostino's pizza rolls.
It's all right. Okay.
Are you being serious, or are you just ragging
No,
because of his
I
bit?
have a song about Hot Pockets.
Shut the hell up.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
an
now
idiot.
you're just being mean.
Yeah.
Do
now
a
you're-
bit. Do a joke.
I
You
don't
do
wanna
jokes.
do a bit.
Chris told a street joke that wasn't his.
Oh, my one. No, that's cheating.
Chris cheated
She
tonight.
asked for a joke. I'm not going to tell her one of my bits. for
Yeah,
God's sake.
exactly. See, look, he doesn't like to do his.
I'm
bit.
asking you to do a comedy bit to another comic, and he's going to do one of
Yeah.
his comedy. I didn't ask you for a
I'm
street
just
joke.
backing up Chris here, and Chris is your friend, not mine.
All right, it's not going to happen. I'll have her. We'll have her write a bit, especially for the show, so it's not part of her stand-up because I think she feels that she's going to get thefted here on the show, thieved, if you will. And then you do it when you call. But next week, call in and we'll have you talk with Sarah. Hang out, all right?
Sounds great. You guys have a great day, and I'll listen to your show tomorrow.
You do
when
that.
I have a chance
Marty.
to listen to today's show.
Marty, I think you're funny. I was just being facetious.
Backpedaling.
Well,
No, I just
for
wanted to
a
make sure
second,
because
I
he
was
sounded
worried that
really
you had
sad
started
for.
to worship Satan.
No, she's no Satan worshiper.
I felt bad because Marty sounded a little sad, and you know when I make fun of people, I don't really mean for it to be mean. I'm just being
Yeah.
teasing.
Don't burn her too bad, Marty. She'll end up in the ambulance.
No, I can say ambulance.
You just didn't.
Was it wrong?
Yes.
Ambulance.
No.
Nope.
How do you say it?
You tell me.
Ambulance.
Nope.
How do you say it?
Look at the word in your head. Close your eyes and see the word.
Ambulance.
Wow.
Was that right?
No, it was not right.
Ambulance. How do you say it?
I'm not an animal.
She sounds like the Godfather.
Ambulance.
Ambulance. Ambulance.
Ambulance.
No, ambulance.
Ambulance.
Yeah, there's a liquid U.
Ambulance.
This means you make a YU sound after the B.
I know. And what's the ending of the word? She's like ambulance. It
I
sounds
know.
like an ambulance.
Man, somebody needs to just get that last ambulance that she said, and just and put it a beat to it and
Yeah.
everything. It'll be awesome.
I will. I'll speed it up. I'll isolate it. I'll speed it up and make it high pitched, and then we'll play it next week as an ambulance. Whenever somebody gets in trouble, we'll do the ambulance noise.
We'll put a 10-hour mix-up on YouTube for you.
All right, brother, man. Drive safe, man.
All right, take care, guys.
Does he still
All right.
do that? He's got a new job, he said.
No, I don't. What new job?
He's a FedEx
He's
driver.
a FedEx driver.
Oh, yeah, he's still driving. Never
That's
mind.
driving.
All right, there you go. Big Chief. Down to about the last 15 minutes of the show. If you've been listening, you've been listening to Double Special. Sorry, it's been a lot of phone calls. Great phone calls. Thanks, Brad. That was a lot of fun hooking up with Maureen. She seemed very
Brad,
nice.
yeah.
Not what I expected.
No,
I
she
expect-
sounded sexy.
I expected her to be like, get out of here. Get that phone out of here. But she didn't do it.
She likes the barramundi.
I didn't get to any of the stories I want to do. I want to talk about the Adrian Peterson thing, but I'm not even going to get into that.
Yeah,
That's an
it's
abusive
boring.
thing. No, it's not boring because it brings up interesting stuff. But I will say this. Next Saturday, this coming Saturday, that's 3 days from now, I will be at Antics Comedy Club. If you want to go to the show, it's Saturday night. It's Antic, ANTICS comedy.com, anticscomedy.com. It's going to be a great show. We got 5 headliners, and they are headliners in their own right. I will be hosting the show. I'm a headliner. They're all headliners. Tiffany, you know these guys. There's a lot of good
Oh,
comics.
it's an awesome lineup. It's like one of the best lineups I've seen.
Yeah, this is the opening of this club. We'd like to keep this club going. It's a local club. We got Steve Eric in the house. We got Mike Rivera in the house. We got Merv Seymour. We've got Catherine Maloney Larson and William Sloan. All very funny people. Mike Rivera voted the country's most hilarious teacher on The View.
He was on the show.
Yep, he was on The View. He's been on the show. Steve Eric got Best of the Bay last year here in the Bay.
He's been on the show.
He's
been on the show.
basically Journey,
Yeah.
as we like to call him.
Catherine Maloney, my nemesis and now friend, she'll be on the show. She'll be in that show. Also, William Sloan, local at the Improv, travels all over, and Merv Seymour, a local television personality, works with Channel 13 News, has high profile guy, very funny as well. Thinks that I am Tommy Lee Davison. Every time I see Merv, you wait. When we go there, he's going to say Tommy Lee. I guarantee he will say it.
That's right. You can see all that at the romantic Holiday Inn by the interstate.
Listen, Paul Smith is putting this show together. If you live locally, please go out and support this. I'd like to see this club continue. It's kind of a dream of his to have his own club, even though he's wound way too tight to do it.
He's such a perfectionist.
He is.
Like, he's just like focus on one thing. It takes him forever to do.
But I'll say this, regardless of whether this continues, Saturday night's going to be a great show. There's going to be a lot of really funny dudes there.
There'll be at
Jordan, you're
least
coming
one
out.
fedora.
Are you going, Jordan?
I'm gonna try. I've been planning because I don't want to pay $12 to get in.
Well, if you come with me, well, I don't know. See, I want to support Paul, and I can't.
That's what I'm thinking. So I got to show up late.
Well, maybe I'll.
That's
give
the
you...
only way because I don't want. I'm afraid it'll be like all comics show up and none of them expect to pay, and then it gets all awkward.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. But that's Saturday night at Antics Comedy Club. Come check it out. It should be a good thing. Yes.
I would pay if it wasn't Paul.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's
Paul. You should pay because it's Paul. He's trying something.
But I've seen him. He goes to
$12.
every comedy show I've ever been to. He walked in for free.
Yeah.
So it's like,
well, there's that.
No,
yeah.
Your relationship with Paul is different than mine. Like I've known Paul since like the beginning of me doing comedy.
Yeah, but I'm tight on money right now, so that's factored into my equation as well. Anyway, go on. No, you have a better relationship with Paul. You probably won't have to pay no matter what. But me, kind of on the borderline.
I would think.
Unless I show up late.
I would give Paul money though.
It's $12 though.
Maybe
I mean,
I'll
in your
give
instance,
you
you're a little
money
short
to
on cash,
pay.
but Tiffany, you have money. It's $12. It's not like you have to pay $50.
No, it's the principle of the thing, though.
What do you mean it's the principal thing? You support his club.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have to because I do comedy.
But not stand up on a regular basis.
I've
no
done,
offense.
I've done it enough.
You know,
I've been at the Improv. I've been at Side Splitters.
No, you're
I've
right.
been at Coconuts.
But yeah, but you know the comics don't see the Improv guys as in the same thing. You know they don't.
No, I don't
I'll
care.
give you money.
No, you don't care.
I'm respected by the comics that I care about.
I'm not saying that you aren't.
Yeah.
You are. Steve Eric loves you. He thinks you're a genius.
Jordan, I will give you
Blue
money.
Angel Wolf thinks I'm funny.
Yeah, no, a lot of guys
Steve
do.
Barrett, he
Jordan
still
money.
thinks I'm funny. He is a ghost.
Oh, I miss Steve Barrett. He
I do.
died.
I have his picture. We're gonna put it up and have it in the studio.
I will
permanently.
give you $12. That way, it's kind
See?
of like
No, give me
Ame.
$20
No,
so I can get a drink.
I
No.
knew that was coming. I need a
No.
drink as well.
Buy
I'll need
your
to-
own drink.
And depending on what kind of food they have, I'd like to see the menu. That
Yeah.
would be nice.
Make it 40.
Well,
I'm gonna get like a steak.
You could have come for free last Friday night. I was at the High Octane Saloon. Tiffany
That was
came out
That's
with me.
too far.
Yeah, we
Tiffany,
were busy.
It really wasn't that far. We
I
got
wouldn't
there-
date a girl in Spring Hill to get laid. You think I'm going to go up to Crystal River to see you do comedy?
Well,
Come
to
on.
hang out and have a couple of drinks.
Yeah,
and
we
party.
had fun. Ooh, the food was pretty good.
Yeah, she had some chili. Funny.
We had
Here's the thing,
fun.
though. I got molested at the end of that show, dude.
He did.
I have I'm not the comic that has like there are some comics that have like women really come at them. Like Steve Lazo, for some reason, women come at him. And I was looking at some post on Facebook, and some comic said, "Oh, this woman threw her panties on the stage." That's never happened to me. No woman's gonna throw a panty. I don't know if it's because I'm
never.
Well, no, it's not because I'm ugly. I think it's because.
No.
Listen, let me
It's
finish.
your personality.
I'm just fast and
That's a big
aggressive.
part of it.
Thanks. Well, this girl was from Jersey. She was a big gal. And she walked up and she said, "Oh, I thought you were funny. Very funny show. Loved your tone. Da da da. From Jersey, I totally got it." And then she looks at Tiffany and she goes, "Are you married to him?" Like just out of the blue, completely. And Tiffany's like, "No." And then she starts like putting her hands on me,
Grabbed your face.
telling me how smooth it was.
Yeah. And then she like grabs the back of his hair.
Yeah, she grabs the back of my hair because somebody said I was bald on stage. And she goes, "You're not bald." And she literally takes her fingers and rakes it to the back and grabs it like a sexual, like, give me your head.
Like a
Dude,
sexual
she's-
grab?
It was no, you know when you were the
No,
girl.
I don't.
You've
I don't
never
have
been
enough
with a-
hair. I don't have enough hair for a sexual
No,
hair
but
grab.
you've done that with a girl where you've grabbed her hair behind.
Oh,
You've never
yeah,
grabbed a
yeah.
girl's hair. The same thing. It was like that.
That's weird, though. That's like...
Yeah, of course it was weird. I don't know the woman.
And she was
Like-
hugging on him.
She was- that was
yeah,
a
like
big-
she was
Yeah.
in love. And then the other girl afterwards, like, "You're very good looking." You
Oh, well, that
remember?
girl had she had a mental
Well, yeah,
issue.
she was retarded.
No, that's not. No, don't
What?
say that. That's not nice.
Why?
No, she had. She was mentally deficient. I don't want to say she. That
Did
I
she
thought
have
she
Down
really
syndrome? Was it
I don't know.
classic Downs?
Well, I can't pin it down. I don't know. There was something off about her.
What?
Let me put it that way.
She was
She had the prognathous
No, she
jaw.
was, but she was walking kind of cockeyed. I think she was crippled to some extent, and she seemed a little slow. Maybe she had a stroke.
Oh,
Maybe
she
had
just seems
a
slow?
brain
Does she
trauma.
seem
I don't know. Maybe she had a
retarded?
head trauma. I don't know what was wrong
Why
with
did
her.
What
you
is
say
she-
retarded?
Because I don't know if that's what the deal was, and that's really
Oh.
mean to say. To say retarded. Nobody says
What
that
if it was
anymore.
like MS?
No,
I
yes.
thought we say that to your friends. Oh, you're so retarded.
No, not if they're actually retarded. Not if they actually have like Down syndrome. You don't say that. You say that when they're acting stupid, and that's fine. But you wouldn't say it in front of somebody who has Downs or.
Or you
know,
have proof that their IQ is below 70 and you're talking about it in a clinical setting.
I know you must have a lab coat on when you say
Yeah.
that and a stethoscope.
All right.
No, but she came out and she's like, "I just think you're very good looking." I was like, "Oh, thank you." And I said, "Dude, you're very pretty too." Being polite.
Yeah, he's being polite.
She wasn't at all, but
No.
not in the slightest bit.
She looked
I said, "You're very
retarded.
pretty too," and then I said, "Wouldn't it be odd if you called me pretty?" And then she goes, "Well, how about handsome?" Well, handsome, Mark. I'm like, "No, good looking was fine." She goes, "Ooh, I know gorgeous." This woman had no idea that was my actual last name. I don't think she heard anything in the show. I don't think. Yeah, it was her birthday. She had
So, given a choice, though, like if you had to pick between these two women, would you go for big fat Jersey girl?
Jersey girl all day long.
Oh,
Jersey girl.
Jersey girl
was
knew
pretty,
how to work it.
and she was pretty.
Yeah, she was cute.
She was just a big, thick chick.
And she was older.
Yeah, but she was a good foot taller than me, and she was a thick gal, but she wasn't like fat.
Oh, okay, so she was had good proportions.
She knew how to touch it.
Like old school, like Betty Grable type stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, no, she wasn't like.
Well, you didn't say attractive. All you said was big.
She
That's
was
very ambiguous.
I'm 5'9", 5'10". She was a good foot taller than me, right? Am I right?
She would grab you and have her way with you in the
Oh my
bedroom,
God.
like hardcore.
Slap me all around.
Like you would be like, I never want my friends to know about this, but this is fun. Like that was a good time.
Yeah, no, but I guess
Totally.
her face, she was pretty.
She knew what she was doing.
So when she was grabbing you by the hair, it was like nice. You were enjoying that.
Nice and scary at the same time.
Well,
I don't know what
that's
this woman-
it's always got to be a little
We're
scary.
in a
That
biker
brings
bar.
the pleasure. Yeah.
No. Like,
Yeah,
we're
no.
out in the middle of nowhere. I could end up in a
You got
trailer.
a safe word? Did she give you the safe word first?
We didn't talk about a safe word. That's what I'm saying.
I was there to protect.
We went right from hello to grab your hair. There was
Yeah.
no discussion of
Oh.
if things get rough, I need a safe word.
I guess she's just testing you.
You're just
You
jealous.
failed the test. You're not ready for her kind of pleasure.
No, I'm married.
No, she's gonna take you to new places. She's like a hellraiser, basically. She's gonna take you to that. You're gonna have hooks coming out of your skin.
No, it was very flattering, but it's weird. People get weird at the end of shows. I remember one show I did where this guy. Well, there's that, but when I'm drunk, I don't just blurt out stuff to people. Like I did this one show at a place I was like 2 hours away from here, out in the middle of East Chapipi, and this guy comes after the show and he goes, "Oh, my daughter loved the show. She had to leave, but she really enjoyed the show." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks. You're very funny and everything. Let me show you a picture of her." And I thought, oh, here we go. Maybe it's going to be a nice picture. It's her with a snake wrapped around her neck.
Okay.
Right. And he goes, "Look at that. She's collects snakes." And he starts talking about snakes. I'm like, I didn't talk about snakes on stage. We weren't talking about snakes right now. I don't know why you thought that you needed to fill me in that your daughter is a snake collector or show me a picture of her with a snake. It was a very weird place to go right off the bat.
All right, number one.
It was very odd.
They live in the country. As I recall, the one time we went out to your property, like random people would just suddenly pull up and start telling you horrible stories that were boring. So that's what they do out there. They don't have anything else to do with
That's
their
not a
lives.
public place, though. You don't do that in a bar.
Yeah, that's what you do, though, because that's the only time he even sees human beings.
Yes, Crystal.
He's just trying to connect with you, Chris.
With snakes?
He's just trying to connect. He's trying to reach out.
Yeah.
He thinks you're a funny guy.
Yeah, I
He
guess.
enjoyed your show, and he's just trying to reach
Look,
out.
I'm not
and connect.
begrudging.
Got one interesting fact about his life, and that is his daughter does things with snakes.
Yeah.
I just thought it was very odd.
He just wants to feel
Don't-
part of your life.
Crystal, don't tell me that if you were there and you were in that situation, you'd walk away and go, "That was really
You
weird."
would have ditched them.
Yeah.
That's how you roll, dude.
Yeah,
but you're
I
the-
would have ditched you to that.
You're
No,
the
she
one who
would've-
likes people, though. That's
She
the
would
thing.
have. No, I do, and I enjoy that. I just thought it was odd. I didn't say it offended me or I was annoyed.
Did
I
he
said
smell
it was
bad?
odd. No, not
Did he
at
smell
all.
like a snake?
I don't know. I didn't get.
Was
that
he
close.
dropping scales on you?
No, he was not.
Did it look like
dropping-
he was about to
Yeah, I
shed?
mean, he looked like a sailor, really, to be honest, like Sperry's in his shorts.
Did he have like grossly swollen forearms like a Popeye?
What? That's the only version of a sailor that you have in your head is Popeye?
That's the ideal sailor I have.
How is that ideal? To have forearms that look like you've got cephalitis in your arms. What the hell?
It's not, but that's what I think of sailors.
Okay, I was in the Navy. Nobody had big forearms.
Well,
Well,
I
there
know.
was one
Yeah.
guy.
You
There
weren't
was
good
one guy,
sailors.
and we actually called him Popeye.
Well, there you go. He was the ideal sailor.
But he didn't have swollen arms. He just had like all the century orders on his arms, all his his tour dates where he had been on his arm. He was like hardcore Navy guy, and he had his hat bent perfectly the right way to look. Yeah, he was all salty dog. We called him Popeye because he was like the epitome of what we thought Navy guys.
Did he speak with an accent? Where I am what I am.
No, he didn't go.
That's
He did none of that. There was none of that happening. So yeah, I was molested at the show, and it wasn't so bad. It was
I
all
like
right.
Popeye.
I want to thank everybody online who, Petchrachelli, Brady, all you guys for support me on the comedy competition. I'm not going to say ill words about the comedy competition, as we know.
Can I?
No,
Not
you may
publicly.
not. No, you may not. Because I know you're. Look, I know that you are on my side, and we didn't stay long enough to see the guy's set inside the building to see his set that beat me. I've known him for a long time, and yes, that's his club there. But who knows? I don't know. I thought I had a good set. You saw the set. It was a good set.
Rigged.
It was.
Oh.
It wasn't good enough. No, and I'm not.
Now you'll never work at Side Splitters again.
No, and I immediately
Tiffany.
Yeah, I immediately said to Paul, congratulations, good luck. I don't. Paul's a nice guy. He wasn't a dick about
I
it.
like
He was
Paul.
cool.
If he was going against anyone else, I would have voted.
He
for
kind
him.
of he kind of felt sorry.
He felt
didn't
really sorry. He's like,
He said to you.
he's like, I won. I'm sorry.
And he liked your
I would-
post about it.
Yeah, he was cool
The
about
post
it.
where you
a lot of
conceded.
people were. No, I didn't.
He liked it. That's kind of weird.
No, I just wanted to show him. Look, I'm not pissed off about it. I
No,
just
you
wanted to-
you were very diplomatic about it.
I thought. What? You don't
Yeah.
think? Are you being?
No, you expressed like severe disappointment and rage, but
No, I
not
didn't.
too bad.
No, I
No,
didn't.
No,
it
he
came
did
it came
not.
through clearly in your Facebook post.
I
that
said
there was
congratulations. Good luck
there's
moving on.
some rage behind it. Like you could see like the bloodshot eyes lurking behind the nicety.
stop.
No, Chris
It was
is
very passive aggressive, very Canadian type of thing. I think Brady would be proud of you.
I don't know that I'll do another contest. Florida's Funniest is
I-
coming up next year. I may do that again. I don't know. The contest, I don't like doing them.
Every contest, especially at Side Splitters, I think are rigged. I knew it from
I-
day one. When
okay.
you said you were doing this contest, I was like, oh, great.
I won another contest when I first started in the area, and I got to go on the road. Not on the road, but I did a road gig with Frankie Paul, and I featured him. I didn't get paid for it, and that wasn't the club's fault. It was the owner's fault.
Is it
But
Side Splitters?
yeah,
contest?
but I won the contest. I went up against like 10, 15 people. That was when I first started, and I managed to win that contest. So, and I've won a couple contests at the Improv, which I think are bigger contests. I think they mean more.
Yeah, I trust those a little more. Like, it
But
was,
I like that club. I like
Oh,
Side
yeah,
Splitters.
I
It's a
think-
good club.
Have you?
Dude, it was Sunday. It was packed.
Oh
to the
yeah, no,
gills.
I love,
Always packed
I
in there.
love that room too. I just
Yeah.
don't like their contest. But it was so funny because it was you versus a bunch of 20-something-year-old guys.
Well, I
like
you know,
it was so.
I procrastinate. What are you gonna do?
No, I'm just saying
It's
it
okay,
was
old
so
dog.
weird.
I look. My brain
That
was.
club loves 20-something-year-old boys.
Did
That's the
anyone call you
thing.
Gandalf?
No, nobody called me Gandalf. That was Halloween. Where I
Yeah,
got
that's
called.
what you should push for. That you should start calling yourself the Gandalf of comedy.
I gotta go up on stage with a staff. Is that
Yeah.
like with a jewel on top?
Yeah, that's
You
right.
shall not pass. Yeah, I don't think so. No, it was a good experience, and hopefully they still haven't answered me back. By the way, email them. Thank you. Nothing. Have heard nothing from them.
Well, maybe they haven't checked because they don't. The club's not open on Mondays.
Oh, that's true.
So
I think he may have been pissed because he put me up first again, the third time in a row, and I said something, and he looked at me like, "Don't be a dick," you know what I mean? And I was like, "Come on, man, like all right, whatever." I just think it's a hard spot, and I did it twice
is,
already.
and he did it every single
Well,
time.
and his response was, "Well, it's worked so good for you up to this point."
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like,
who are the other people you went up against?
all a bunch of 20-year-old boys.
What
that
are their
Side
last
Splitters
names?
Comedians.
What? I don't.
Maybe
even
he's doing it in
remember.
alphabetical order.
Diner,
no, because it was
Solio.
was There were other people.
No,
that were,
Gorgeous Solio. So
no,
I'll-
Nagel. He wasn't. That's his name. He was like last.
Nagel, what's his last name?
Nagel. He just goes by Nagel.
Okay, so it starts with an N, so that comes after G. What was the other one?
He was last.
There's
there
a-
were people way in between.
There was
no,
a Ryan.
your theory's not
Yeah.
panning out for
Yeah,
you.
stop it.
It's not panning out.
I don't like it.
Whatever is the only theory that we've got right now, people.
How about
You come
Paul-
up with an alternate theory.
How about
that he
Paul-
doesn't like you? Is that what you want to believe?
No,
Well,
no,
that's
I
what you
did-
got left.
I did not say that.
Occam's razor.
Maybe
it's
he
either
was-
alphabetical or he doesn't like you. There's the
Maybe
only
it
two
was
options
by
now.
age. I think it was
Or
by
maybe
age.
he put the guy that he thought had enough energy to get the show rolling because the other guys don't. Maybe he thought that was the scoop.
Well, then if that was the case, he would have won.
Energy doesn't always equate to funnier than everybody else. Look,
He
there
was,
was.
he was the funniest.
No, I don't think I was the funniest that
Yes.
night. There were some really good sets.
don't
I'm being
care.
honest. There were some really good sets. Different
Chris
style of comedy.
connected with the audience,
But it's a
though.
different style of comedy than what those guys are doing. You know that.
You're
know
kind of
this.
old soon. Older. You're like an 80s comic.
Oh,
Is that what
my
you're saying?
gosh.
Oh,
Shut
here we go.
up.
Yes,
What?
I'm a racist 80s comic. Yes.
Why do you bring that into
Because
it?
you said 80s comic.
I
and we had
never
this-
said you were racist.
We
Well,
had
I
the
have
discussion
said
last
that,
night
but-
about 80s comics and how they got away with racism.
Oh, yeah.
It's just no. That was a totally different thing, and
Yeah.
I've refined my argument. Basically, what it boils down to, they were doing stuff. Listen, here's the line, okay? On this side is good, this side is bad. All the way over here is extra double Jesus. All the way over here is Hitler.
Extra
okay?
double Jesus.
The thing he was doing, as of his today, if he went, it would be like right there. It would be on the other side, but it'd be on the bad side of the line compared to where society is now. If he could do that bit, and I'm not questioning anybody's talent.
Sure.
I'm not questioning whether or not they're funny.
No,
All those
you-
things
you-
are true. I don't
you-
think they should. I'm not saying they should never be allowed to work. I'm just saying
You said you liked the bit.
they
You thought
are
it was funny?
unfortunately on that side of the line, the bad side of the line. And all I'm saying is, hey, maybe comedy should try and be on this side of the line just a tiny little bit. Be a little bit better.
But they are. It is. There's plenty of clean comics out
There
there.
is. There's plenty of comics
Sure.
to do that.
Yeah. But do we all have to do that now?
Saying,
Do you-
why
do you-
not strive for
where,
it?
Where do you think?
Why not try and make the world a little better while you're doing your comedy?
Where am I on that? Where am I?
You're on the good side. You don't do anything terrible.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
No, you've got stuff when you do your thing about the N-word that's coming from an honest place about you.
Right.
You're not portraying anyone negatively. You're coming, hey, this is you're doing honest questions.
Right.
And that's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
When you do your Indian voice, that's a little bit on the bad side. That's a totally different thing, okay?
All I say is that it's not very sexual. That's all. The
love
accent
the
is not very
Indian
sexual.
voice. It's so funny. Yeah, that's so true.
I don't really... And I got to do the voice to be able to give an example.
This is all subjective. This is all my opinion as well. But I
get
think that particular bit just goes a little bit towards on the bad side.
I expected
like,
that.
I love it.
It's not like you're saying. I'm not saying you're Hitler. I'm just saying like this is good.
I'm not double Jesus, but I'm not Hitler.
Dude,
yeah,
it's
you're
so
just
funny
you're just
when you
like
do that.
you're
Don't
going like
take it off.
89 degrees instead of 90.
Okay.
90's neutral.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
I'm saying you could move that bit and still have it be funny, and the same thing you could still move it somehow on the other 91
How?
degrees.
How?
By not doing the voice at that point. That's the only part.
That's what makes it funny.
yeah.
That's the best part of it.
I mean, I get a little laugh when I say it's not a sexy voice, but nothing like when I actually do the voice and talk about sex, and it comes off awkward.
I'm done.
I know Indian people that do
know,
that
but
voice.
No, that's fair.
But
That's
no,
good.
it's a very stereotypical voice,
You're right.
and you're not bringing anything else to the equation other than, hey, I'm doing Stephen Fisher from Johnny 5 movie or whatever from
He's
Short
right,
Circuit.
though. It totally is.
That's
That line,
all
that
it is,
line
yeah.
is from that movie, actually.
Which is considered one of the most racist portrayals of Indian people in the history of movies. So
I don't understand how it's racist if he's doing a voice, but we've been through this before. Yeah, we're running out of time.
Are
Yes.
you upset when you watch The Simpsons and the Quickie Mart guy makes the like that? Because that guy Hank Azaria doesn't make that
Yeah,
voice.
he does
So,
a lot of
like,
voices.
Are you offended by that? Are you like, oh my gosh,
they've
he's being
fleshed
so
out the character to a better point where he has a little more depth, but it still is a little stereotypical. But at the same time, like I said, they fleshed it out more. They started out, it was kind of a racist joke. That's when The Simpsons came out. It was in the 80s, when that kind of stuff was still acceptable.
I think it's still
As
funny.
they move through time, they've come to kind of back away and make him a fleshed out character, which changes a little bit. Chris doesn't flesh out a character when he does that voice. He's saying, hey, isn't it funny that these people talk this way?
And it is.
And it's dehumanizing them.
It's funny.
No, it's not that I say it's funny. I say it's funny in the sexual context. But I get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying. No, he's right.
But
No, I'm not going to argue with him. He's
People
right.
like him are going to ruin all the jokes in the world.
No, what
I'm
you're saying
not.
is people like him are going to make it impossible for you to be racist. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, hey, let's move. I can call you out on it. I'm not making it impossible. I'm certainly not stopping you from doing your act.
You're taking.
And when have I ever gone up on stage and said, hey, Chris, you can't do your act anymore because I've just decided it's racist? Have I ever done that to you?
No, because I would
Have I ever
remember it.
stopped you from getting work?
I would remember it because it would knock your head off. No, you've
Exactly.
never done that. No, you've always been honest
All I
with me
can
about
do
my
is
comedy.
point it out at you. Hey, this is
You've
my
always been
personal
honest.
feeling about it.
And if
Just
anybody
say I'm preventing you from doing a joke is ridiculous.
And if anybody can comment, Jordan has seen the progression of my comedy from when I was really just starting out here locally. You've seen how the act has gone. You've seen the progression.
So I'm better for you than Tiffany is all we're saying. And we're at the end of the time. We don't have much time left, so we're gonna have to just stick with that. Then I'm a better person.
Start the music.
All right.
You've been listening to Double Special. We're at the end of another show. It's been a great show. Next week on this show, please listen. Comics, listen. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be all about stand-up comedy. Eddie Brill will be calling in at 9 o'clock next week. And in the studio live, Sarah Wilcox, one of the original Charming Hooligans, will be here on vacation. It'll be a Thanksgiving show. There'll be food and there'll be stuff. And we'll be eating and we'll be talking about stand-up comedy and Eddie Brill. We'll see what he has to say about Bill Cosby. It should be interesting. It's been a great show. Thanks to all our callers. You want to give them a shout-out?
Brady from Canada, Petchrachelli from England, Brad Maclean from Australia, and Marty Hoffman from Texas.
You can check out the replay on IRN Radio Network. It's IRN Network. Was it IRN?
IRN Network. Internet Radio Network.
InternetRadioNetwork.com. And that is Friday night at 8 o'clock. And you can check out the replay on Gear Radio. That's with 2 R's, GEARR.com. Saturday morning, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. It's Double Special. We're out of here, guys. Have a great
To be
weekend.
fair, let's give Tiffany the last word.
Tiffany, say goodbye to everybody. Say bye.
Jordan's stupid.
All right, last word.
Yeah, that was awful. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Good night.